instead. That's nice to see. So even though we haven't seen North Georgia really be able to march forward with a lot of convincing attacks, at least the back line up until now has been secure. Can't get the read on the bounce, and that's finally our first goal. 10 seconds to go for Kennesaw trying to close this one out.
Yeah, still with the pressure here from Kennesaw. Now only our second demo. This one from downtown, and that's going to be an own goal here at 3 seconds. We spoke a little too soon here, Danger Talk. Slavip, left side, little tap, not really taking away possession. Now definitely does. This player going up, the double tap. UDog and North Georgia come from behind victory with the Puma symbol on the side.
As we've seen many time with new rosters in the beginning of the semester, this might be the first time these players are really playing together at all. So this is really setting the tone for how you guys all click together. Kwong trying to bury one here on the near post, and he does just that. Better. Might be able to pad those stats. Kwong throwing it right back in. That should be open, but it's just wide instead.
Almost gets the nose down onto it. A couple members fighting, twisting, and now an open net the other way going for North Georgia. Nobody's almost hitting payload. Now is Joel. A little soft hit right there. Kind of just puts it in the breadbasket of a couple North Georgia players. That's really, really bad as this one comes all the way down from the other side.
Being able to con the defense out of a clear that gets you the ultimate goal, as we will be able to enter into that 1-1. Maybe not for long as that clear gets away. Hudog into Archie, and well worked from North Georgia. Safe to the side. They're feeling like heroes. They're keeping it up. Slavip into the ceiling. Sharky doesn't get it. Joel with a deflection. It's Quonk at 0. Hudog in the way. Another save. North Georgia will very much so take that ball hitting the grass. Overtime somehow.
Now coming up for the serve. Hudog down. That's a bouncer just a little bit too high though as Sharky tries to continue the theme. Down bottom. And Archie does it here for North Georgia. Set up all day long. Now shoots in right now, but Quonk is going to win that 50. He's screaming off to the side. Bounce off some wall and now ends middle until North Georgia gets another shot at it.
Let's be open for Hudog, and they will make no mistake. Kwong, I gotta say, a great effort, but sometimes you need something even greater. You're seeing a player get thrown all the way across, like Joel's really just flailing, and you're thinking, okay, well, I probably have enough time to go to the corner, and then instead, it is in your net, something they're becoming quite familiar with as a feeling. There's a number.
Demo does come through, those Hudog taking down a Kennesaw State member. Back to the middle, screaming up to this one, now to the left side. All three members right here. This is a very bottled up defense, and Sharky takes a bite.
No one even there because, frankly, I think Kennesaw thought that bounce was going to be going a different direction. Same maybe with the defense here for UNG. They can't read it. Slavip does. It's 1-1. They were actually on the far side waiting for an awkward touch and then dove in and actually used their flip angle to throw it right back in the middle. Of course, I'm talking about them. And meanwhile, it's just Swiss cheese for Kennesaw. They're getting sliced through by the blade that is the UNG attack. How about Joel trying to show them how it's done? It's a little bit too soft, a little bit of a double commit even. Quonk near post, that's a miss. Slavip, that's a miss. Joel, that's a miss. Everybody swinging at it. Get these people some corrective lenses because it's Sharky on the far side with the clear vision from the teammate. My goodness, my heart.
And there's really no need for them to. There's only one way that they can come in. This is perfect execution, and with all 5 members left up standing, they only have one opportunity to get in there. Raga, 3 kills on the board, make that 4! Raga on fire already in a flawless first round here. Raga. As much as I respect this B wall being put here, the problem becomes is that they have the weapons to really mess things up. Oh, Asafai not clear the corners, up in the air.
No way!
Sunflower still walks away before finally being taken down with 2 kills. Gonna blast them right in. Parker's gonna try and find it. 2 concussed in heaven, but they're not gonna get any advantage out of this breach ultimate. Beautiful from Killavati. What a way to fight that out. And now wrapped in it, the nightmarish embrace of Glore. USCA finds every single player of GCSU. In comes the Prowler. Mad is at her. It's just not many. It's head after head after head. 3 in a row. They are not stopping. They are putting a hat on each and every single one.
Ties us up 4-4, but with this weapons disadvantage and now player disadvantage, what else to be done other than lay down and die? USCA winning split 13-1. The most, if their accuracy stands to boot. Now, unfortunately, I'm not so far, but who cares? When 2K gets a 4K and rips this team apart on this site A. A beautiful performance. All she has. Haddest. I don't know. That's what it is now. Lord Ian, last one left standing. Lord Ian, the 14th. Last one left standing.
They don't have time.
Resurrection up, and
Sentinels,
nobody's
they don't
got
have
time
time.
to plant, Sam. Great eye, my friend. Lord Ian clutches the round, technically, but a win is a win is a win. The Elim to boot! How insulting!
Parker needs to make the magic happen. They have their ult. They have
They
the
saw
smokes
him.
available to them, but they have seen them. They need to throw it down. In comes the
No.
Molly and Mattis Hatter to finish it up with the Odin kill. And there you have it. USCA, I said it right this time, are going to be able to take this map of Ascent, and they're going to be able to take this series 2-0.
Instead, that's nice to see. So even though we haven't seen North Georgia really be able to march forward with a lot of convincing attacks, at least the backline up until now has been secure. Can't get the read on the bounce, and that's finally our first goal. 10 seconds to go for Kennesaw trying to close this one out.
Yeah, still with the pressure here from Kennesaw. Now only our second demo. This one from downtown, and that's going to be an own goal here at 3 seconds. We spoke a little too soon here, Danger Talk. Slavip left side, little tap, not really taking away possession. Now definitely does. This player going up the double tap. Dog and North Georgia come from behind victory with the Puma symbol on the side.
As we've seen many time with new rosters in the beginning of the semester, this might be the first time these players are really playing together at all. So this is really setting the tone for how you guys all click together. Quonk trying to bury one here on the near post, and he does just that. Better. Might be able to pad those stats. Quonk throwing it right back in. That should be open, but it's just wide instead.
Almost gets the nose down onto it. A couple members fighting, twisting, and now an open net the other way going for North Georgia. Nobody's almost hitting payload. Now is Joel. A little soft hit right there. Kind of just puts it in the breadbasket of a couple North Georgia players. That's really, really bad as this one comes all the way down from the other side.
Being able to con the defense out of a clear that gets you the ultimate goal, as we will be able to enter into that 1-1. Maybe not for long as that clear gets away. Dog into Archie, and well worked from North Georgia. Safe to the side. They're feeling like heroes. They're keeping it up. Slavip into the ceiling. Sharky doesn't get it. Joel with a deflection. It's Quonk at 0. Dog in the way. Another save. North Georgia will very much so take that ball hitting the grass. Overtime somehow.
Now coming up for the serve. Dog down. That's a bouncer just a little bit too high though as Sharky tries to continue the theme. Down bottom. And Archie does it here for North Georgia. Set up all day long. Now shoots in right now, but Quonk is going to win that 50. Seems screaming off to the side. Bounce off some wall and now ends middle until North Georgia gets another shot at it.
Let's be open for Dog, and they will make no mistake. Quonk, I gotta say, a great effort, but sometimes you need something even greater. You're seeing a player get thrown all the way across, like Joel's really just flailing, and you're thinking, okay, well, I probably have enough time to go to the corner, and then instead, it is in your net, something they're becoming quite familiar with as a feeling. There's a number.
Demo does come through. Those Dog taking down a Kennesaw State member. Back to the middle, screaming up to this one, now to the left side. All three members right here. This is a very bottled up defense, and Sharky takes a bite.
No one even there because, frankly, I think Kennesaw thought that bounce was going to be going a different direction. Same maybe with the defense here for UNG. They can't read it. Slavip does. It's 1-1. They were actually on the far side waiting for an awkward touch and then dove in and actually used their flip angle to throw it right back in the middle. Of course, I'm talking about them. And meanwhile, it's just Swiss cheese for Kennesaw. They're getting sliced through by the blade that is the UNG attack. How about Joel trying to show them how it's done? It's a little bit too soft, a little bit of a double commit even. Quonk near post, that's a miss. Slavip, that's a miss. Joel, that's a miss. Everybody swinging at it. Get these people some corrective lenses because it's Sharky on the far side with the clear vision from the
Welcome here, everyone. Welcome to this ever amazing Friday afternoon, evening. If you are in esports, we are excited to be here with Esports U along with the ECAC Week number 3 League of Legends matchup. I'm going to be very, very excited to cast it. My name is Orbital. With me is, of course, Go for Eno, and we will be your casters through this amazing series. Go for Eno. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing else much more to say.
Yeah. It's going to be a good time, I think, because, again, with these leagues, it's always quite fun. Once you get into the third week, I would say, we start seeing some interesting developments. Teams start shaking up, whether they're going to be at the top or the bottom, and hopefully we get to see that here tonight. Tonight, we do have Illinois Wesleyan coming out here. They are the Titan Sword squad. I know they have 2 squads running in here, but they're going to be coming in here into week number 3 against Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Red, a team that, again, has also had their fair shares of ups and downs. Currently, Illinois Wesleyan Titan Shield are sitting at 0-2, looking for their first series win, and then RPI Red at 1-1, hoping to have some fun there as well.
Still got plenty of the season left to bring back that 0-2 scoreline here if you are EWU. I believe that's what they said worked. We were talking about this earlier, but should definitely be an exciting night to see where these two teams end up here in terms of the standings for sure, Orbital, because this is going to be the quarter point of the season. I believe there are 12 weeks in the regular season. And here we are hopping into Champion Select.
Yeah, we're going to get it right into it. RPI Red sitting on that blue side, and you can already see they are targeting a few of those fun areas. The Echo is one that I do believe is Fable's enjoyed champions. It's not exactly, I would say, an S tier right now. I think it's sitting around A or so, but very, very fun. As well as in the mid, Shun, I think, has a hand in that one as well. So we'll see if it works out.
Yeah, already got 2 mid bans on the table here. Definitely very heavily targeting with the bans here. Nothing too general in terms of like super meta bans. Just going to be sticking to what the enemy team just happens to play here. Just calling out some dude on the enemy team and saying, no, not for you today. See if that means any meta power picks do get through here, especially for RPI here. They do have the B1, so any power picks that do slip through, they can immediately just snag on up here, Orbital.
Yep, this is going to be that Kled. It is targeted towards that top side, I believe. That is Animosity's one of their top play champions. And again, you are seeing, as you said, power picks right now are kind of swinging, right? We had the Ziggs a little bit mini rework. I know we had a touch, I believe, of Cassante also getting adjusted as well, and that's why it's quite surprising not to see it on the ban board. It is a champion that I think the top laners are still kind of adjusting to and wishing that, hey, maybe I had the same power. LeBlanc looking towards SOS in the mid lane, saying, hey, we don't want to deal with that one. It is one of SOS's top played as well. So not so much meta, more so take away the comfort picks, the ones that can really do some damage.
Yep. Yeah, these are all big damage picks here. Another target ban here with that Asol and the Ivern as well. So we'll see what the B1 is here in just a moment, assuming that Ivern ban is locked on in here for EWU.
There it is. Hey. All right, so getting into it, we have a lot of fun here. A lot of champions still on the table, though. I think that's the other side of it. A lot of champions that are still available to take as my camera decides to go a little bit wacky. But this one I figured was going to come in. Golden Ninja hovering that Scion. Very appropriate.
Yep, just very solid in the top lane there. You know, you're a great tank. You can engage fights. You have pretty neutral or winning matchups across the board. There aren't too many, like, hard losing matchups for the Scion that you can't just kind of wiggle your way out of. We'll see what the response is here from EWU, though. Typically, you don't see the top lane locked in B1, but RPI not wanting the enemy team to be locking that in for themselves. However, Senna going to be locked in here, most likely going to the bot lane. Whether that's going to Nabs or Ruthless has yet to be seen, but I know some people have been talking on the up and up about how Senna got a little too overbuffed in these previous few patches. Could be paired with that Swain in the bot lane, would be a pretty decent combo.
It's the power is a little bit more back, and now looking into that mid lane, the Swain is locked in. Could be going towards that bot side. However, in terms of what it brings, it's a lot of team fight conditioning that Illinois are currently setting up. That Swain is going to be a nice buffer, depending if that Scion decides to go in. Looking here, this is one that I did expect, and I think that people are coming out. I love Ziggs. I think that's a well-known fact, but Ziggs being buffed and now placed into what could be the bot lane, bringing in, getting the bombs down, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, if the Ziggs isn't getting the bombs down, I don't know. Maybe they've just been silenced all game. Like, literally, even your auto attacks are bombs, so... It'd definitely be a little bit weird. Either way, though, would pair interestingly with the Rakan. I know the Ziggs tends to be fairly self-sufficient. If you are placing in the bot lane, you can just look to AFK, hold that lane, and let your support roam. Or you can just look to put the pressure on early, especially once you get the last chapter. Perma shove on in, get some plates, maybe get that first turret. That is, of course, assuming it goes to the bot lane, which we are kind of leaning a little bit towards here. Orbital, however, is originally a mid laner, does still pop up there from time to time.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it. You got to flex it. It was, before it was Syndra, it was the Cassiopeia for a very long time. We saw it all over the place. So we will see what they do to side the Wukong, though. Coming in for Fable saying, hey, let's go ahead, run this Wukong. It's one that, again, I think Fable will enjoy, heavy on the gank potential. So go ahead, grab that Wukong. May not be the Vi or anything like that, but it is going to be enough. Looking at the bans, though, taking a look at that top side once again, saying the Scion might not be in the top lane, might be looking in the jungle, so just taking out some of those safety. Don't want to deal with the Darius running through.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, Darius has been a bit of a menace at Worlds. I think there's already been 2 pentas with that champion, if I'm not mistaken. There's at least 1, I'm pretty sure. Either way, though, the Darius is such a menace in that top lane. Like you mentioned here, Orbital kind of just runs over nearly everyone in the laning phase, except for a few specific counters. Would definitely be interesting to see a Scion in a different lane. I know there have been times where we have seen the Scion crop up mid lane. You mentioned Scion jungle, which is a very fringe off meta pick, but does have its place. And there's also support side, so we'll see. EWU definitely doing their homework here, accounting for any flex picks on the enemy team.
I would love to see the fact of a Rakan and Scion on the bot side. You're just like, okay, this is just annoying. I can't move. I can't stop getting knocked up. This is my life now. This is all I do. You're not, they're not going to get CS, but they're going to knock you up. Looking at the identified ban lists here, the Shen and Darius, both focused away by Illinois Wesleyan, and the Orianna and Calio by RPI Red, just like, yeah, we're targeting that mid lane, and those are big team fight coordinators. However, leaving open the Silas, saying, hey, you got a lot of great ults on your side, we're going to go ahead and hang on to that one. Shun allows himself to have that flexibility, and now it is going to be SOS looking to either take the Ziggs or sit there and go, okay, now I get counterpick.
Yeah, we'll see. The Jack's being hovered here. So that is kind of pointing towards that it might actually be a Scion in the mid lane. It could also be Jack's jungle. I guess Coltoon's very happy because he made a very big point about having to download a 7.5 gigabyte file beforehand, just in case they pick Jack. So good to know that effort is paying off here for our dear producer. Looks like that has been locked in, and the Syndra as well. This would definitely be an interesting composition from RPI. Very magic damage focused, and you don't really have the best consistent damage outside of this Jax, who is probably going to Paradox in the jungle. Definitely a bit of a platypus composition, I guess.
And not just that, you leave open the Poppy, which has been seen as that counter to a lot of the engaged comps that are coming in. Won't stop the Scion. Don't get me wrong, that thing's unstoppable for a reason. But if you're looking at the follow-up engage, if you're looking to try and pin down the Ziggs, the Poppy's your best bet. Great disengage, great kind of stalwart defense here from the side of Illinois Wesleyan, as well as their own jump in. RPI, though, as you said, a little bit leaning over to the magic damage, but if the Jax gets rolling, we kind of know what a Jax can do. There's a reason that Jax is annoying. And at the same time, the execution value of not only the Ziggs, but the Syndra as well, these are 2 great long-range damage dealers to really give your team the added boost at the beginning of a battle.
Yeah, we'll definitely give you a lot of burst at the beginning of this battle. If you're able to land the Mega Inferno Bomb, if you're able to land the Syndra combo, and potentially pop... I was going to say any of these squishies, but realistically, there's only one real squishy here. It's going to be that Senna here for you. So you got one person you can pop, that's for sure. The rest definitely going to take a little bit more effort to get through, but Zig's definitely great at wearing down the front line. If you have that Leandres, you just have that constant poke, you have that constant burn, and it'll help you get through some of these fat blobs on the enemy team that might be trying to stack HP against you.
I mean, I think it's going to be needed. You take a look on the other side, you're looking at EWU. They are setting up with that Senna Swain in the bot side, an annoying bot lane in its own right. As we said, Senna does have that kind of overtune kit. The crit comes out a little bit faster. The Swain with the pulls and looking like a good pseudo tank in the front line with a lot of that heal, with a lot of that ult. This is going to be a challenge, I think, on both ends. And a good litmus test. Both these teams are looking to try and get in your face and scrap.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be scrapping here in some of these lanes. Like, top lane for sure. you know, Jax always has to go in for trades. It's kind of a law of the land, I swear, for top lane. I don't know if we'll see it as much here because Jax, you know, you can just play the scaling game. However, though, you'll definitely want to get this Jax on the roll here. If you are RPI, like we mentioned, it is going to be your main source of physical damage, going to help you break through a lot of these people that your 2 control mages might not be able to finish off quite enough, and is also going to be your side lane split push threat, which is going to be very obnoxious to face if that Jax gets snowballing and you happen to be EWU.
Yeah, that's going to be scary, seeing a Jax bear down on you. Golden Ninja will be hoping to pilot that one to great extent. Now taking a look at the rest of the lanes, though, I got to ask you, which team are you looking towards to have some of the most impact, I would say, towards the mid-game? We know the late game is going to be explosive. We already understand that, but the control over the mid-game, I think, is going to be very, very important. Do you see a single side having a little bit more control over the other in terms of the lane advantage that they should have, in terms of the macro that they should have?
In terms of mid-game, leaning a little towards RPI here. You have double mages, which spike much harder in one item compared to a carry like Senna. Granted, we don't know if this is fasting Senna or just full carry Senna just quite yet, but those are going to be some pretty hard one-item spikes here, and they will definitely bring a lot of pain. It's just going to be a matter of if they can keep up the tempo here, because as the game does go on, you are going to be having a much harder time getting through a lot of this EWU composition here.
All right, well, there you go. Some thoughts there. And, hey, it's going to, if it gets to the late game, we'll see how it goes. Of course, for EWU, where do you look to try and get your ball rolling? We know the top side is going to be fighting quite heavily. I mean, you toss the Poppy to the top side, and, hey, let's go ahead and duke it out. But maybe you're looking towards that mid lane, or as you were mentioning, if it's a fasting or a full Senna in the bot side, where do you exactly allocate your resources, especially with the Wukong?
I'm definitely looking towards mid lane here, because if you can get Chun's Silas just unlocked and snowballing, the Syndra from Sesame will be able to do just Jack Squad all to you when it comes to the 1v1s and all-ins, because Silas naturally gets very tanky on the magic resist side, and then you can just use that to roam around, get a bunch of objectives here if you are on the side of EWU. So that's where I would be focusing. You could also maybe look to camp top if you really want to put this Jack 6 feet under.
So many different options, right? So many different ideas of where do you want to go and how do you want to allocate your resources, and also who they identify as maybe one of the targets on the other side, right? If you recognize that, as you said, that Jax is weak, or Golden Ninja himself might be easily exploitable, we are going to see that fluctuation towards that top side. We start seeing Fable roam up there, try and look to pin it down, or we get to see the solo. Just straight up, Animosity is just like, yeah, this is mine. I don't need help. I'm good. Don't worry. I'll go ahead and just kill him over and over again. And I think that's going to be very, very fun to see. Another fun question, because as you said, a little bit of fighting at the beginning, maybe in the mid game we get to see that spike. Where do you think, Gopher, we are going to see that first blood come out as we are starting to get our way into this game number 1?
Top lane, I guess.
Still top lane. All right, everything's top lane, right? I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, 1v1, it's probably going to be top lane that gets a first blood here, unless one of the bot lanes hits level 2 first and the other just does not respect that. Usually you see the respect come through, though. So, but we are on to the Rift here. Everybody is hitting that gritty on the Rift, and just hitting that 5-gamer point.
Just an appropriate kind of setup here. Don't want to get too messy. Something to kind of keep a look at. This is going to be Paradox. Running that red smite going to be quite fun. I do love the fact that also Golden Ninja said, I am golden with the fishing. Already 2 gold up. Hey, that's a plus, I think. 3. All right, that's a dub in the top lane.
Oh, right. I forgot you can get gold from the fishing passive. I know you can get EP from it. But, yeah. Hey, it's a good thing because it teaches top laners not to AFK at turret level 1. Like, so many laners will just AFK at turret level 1 instead of defending jungle. And that does Jack Squad all. Like, the turret will already spot an invade if it's coming through there, and will kind of kill people at level 1 if they're trying to invade through a turret. So please just defend one of the choke points in your jungle. Like, I don't care if you're sitting far back, but please just, be a human ward. You got flash. You got provision. Alright, my rant's over. Here we are.
That sounds personal experience right there. Oh my gosh. Help the junglers. Help the junglers.
I mean,
Look
it's
it in the...
such an easy thing to do. Just don't stand up to turret level 1.
That's true. That's true. Taking a look, though, we are getting the exchanging of greetings here. We can see a challenge in the top lane. I do like this Golden Ninja. We were wondering exactly what happens in this lane, just in terms of where First Blood or where the most aggression comes out. Considering both of them are running Grasp the Undying, that's going to be quite fun as well because the trades aren't as all in as we might have expected. However, level 2 on the bot side is going to be a little satchel back. Ruthless was not ready. RPI looking for First Blood, and that is it. Like clockwork, Ziggs and Rakan take the dub.
Yeah, that's just not respect coming out from Ruthless, like, because you know when they're going to hit level 2. So you just sit on back there, not expecting the satchel charge to come out level 2 and knock you back into more bombs coming out from Exithy in the bot lane. And very easy First Blood picked up for the Ziggs, who can snowball with this in the bot lane to a fairly decent extent. Should be able to get a very early Lost Chapter back if that's what you're going for. Or can just look to back out, maybe get an Amp Tome and get a Tear of the Goddess if you want to start stacking that up. You got options here, and getting First Blood Gold certainly helps expand said options.
It was by far one of the most perfect ways that RPI could start off this game. Ziggs wanting to bully out the opponent, wanting to get an early value, and the fact that you only expended an Ignite for that as well now means Fable has to keep eyes on that lane. Animosity also going quite low in the top side. Golden Ninja being a bully up there, so a lot of Illinois Wesleyan are looking a little bit weak. A flash forward here by Payne saying let's have that jump, but from the sky comes down the eye, and Exothi, I'm not sure exactly what they wanted to go for, but now Payne might be in a bit of trouble. You can hear the ghost going on. Nab's gonna try and get in front. That's gonna be a W, but a good drawback. Both are caught in the windpipes, and that is Payne getting under the tower just in time. One more Q and an auto attack will not finish it, but man, were they that close.
Oh, wait, another yoink. Okay, it's Jover. But yeah, good response there in the bot side. We're gonna see a gank here in the top side. Great counter strike coming out.
Oh. Golden Ninja wins that 1v1. Paradox said, I'm not even needed.
Close for comfort, bestie, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie in that one, you know. That's like one of those times where you type not even close baby in all chat when it was very close.
It's the mind games. You're always looking for the mind games. Speaking of mind games, looking at the mid lane, big battle coming in here as SOS sends up the SOS. And that is the power of the Sylas. You pick the Syndra to try and keep the Sylas at bay. However, one rotation, a single rotation non attacks leaves SOS in dire straits.
Well, that and SOS just kind of walked up because they're greeting for the cannon there. Like, it had 2 health, and it's like, you're gonna greet for that +1 every time, baby. We're striking the top side, and the W comes out just a little too late. Amnesty on the bad end of that trade.
That's rough. It is rough for Animosity. I mean, Golden Ninja is playing this one extremely well. The wave is now pushing back in your own favor. You're getting a small CS lead in there, and then you're going to start starving out Animosity. That will actually offset the mid lane as well, as Shun is looking for a kill threat. That's going to be a good scout of the week, ensuring that the chains do not follow up. But this is going to leave the Dragon open. A little bit of a pinch, though, as Fable said, I don't even care about Dragon. I care more about this kill. Good disengage coming in with the satchel, and Exothi says, okay, we are good. We are okay. Shun, though, wanting a bit of fun. Level 6 could be a challenge. If you're able to grab the Unstoppable Onslaught, this could be damaging. They see the recall. They see the slow, and everyone pops out. That's going to be a jump forward. Shun cannot get the knockup instead, and they try and go in. They might trade 1-for-1. Shun low. The Ignite is not going to take enough. Shun survives by chugging the pot. A little bit of a force, but IWU pick up the kill.
Yeah, it works out in the end there. Able to get the 1-for-0. Does cost quite a bit, like you mentioned here, Orbital, but you don't give over anything in return. You get a kill on that bot side, you're going to be feeling fine and dandy here. And that kill going over to Shun in the mid lane, as the Sylas will be able to definitely make use of this lead. Whether or not you'll be able to turbo snowball. Alright, good poke under the turret. That's one turret shot. That's not going to be enough to kill. Will be enough to be a pain in the butt.
Not just that, I think Exothi is looking to just try and push out this lane, but man, this top side is having trouble. This is now the second time Animosity is stuck at low HP. Even has a corrupting potion. And Golden Ninja with a fat wave is saying, I'm all good. However, you won the 1v1 at minimal margin, but this 1v2 could be much more dangerous. They are waiting. They are perfectly in line. You do have flash to get out. That's going to be a problem. Bot side, we did see the kill. Nabs was unfortunately bounced back. And Golden Ninja's fine. Golden Ninja is at level 7. Said you can't do anything to me at level 4. Not only that, you do have Paradox behind you. Man, RPI Red having a great time in this bot lane.
Working out pretty well here, despite that gank getting a assist worth of gold into the pockets of the ECAC bot laners. You still got first blood here. You got this 2-0 Ziggs. Happily stacking up tier. Hopefully stacking up that Dark Seal here. Not guaranteed to stack on up, but it is the stack build coming on out if you like stacks on stacks on stacks.
I think this is just a little bit of a chance. A good dance on
wait.
mid, and that is going to be the power back. And oh no, SOS! You dove under the tower too far! Shoot! Shoot outplays everyone in the mid lane. The Silas grabs 2.
That is a fadeaway Yodi and a half in the mid lane there. Oh, like, that was so close to finishing off Shun's Silas, but their damage is just too good. Then you get rooted under turret. It's just over from that point.
It's unfortunate because Golden Ninja now has lost out on that top lane. You take a look, Animosity had a little bit of time to kind of farm back. You see the items are now dancing in between each other. Only about 200 gold behind, but that is a massive exclamation point in the mid lane. Shun, who was a little bit above, is now a good 800 gold above. This is going to be herring for SOS in the mid lane.
Yeah. Yeah, alrighty. I'm just gonna back off here. Should be a Golden Ninja, though, just having general control of the lane. That is a root. That is a stun. Not a stun, never mind. Caster Curse, I guess, or something like that.
Well, you know what's not a Caster Curse is the bot lane dive as Pain picks up a kill. Exothi gets an assist. RPI Red completely dominating this bot lane. The knockups, the knockbacks, and the slows are doing work. And Nabs and Ruthless have no way out right now. ECAC are at a loss of what they want to do, but that's a knock up topside. Golden Ninja is still going to win the 1v1 by a minor margin. Look at that. That is 50 HP or so, 100 if you will. But Big Dubs, Golden Ninja coming back 2-1.
Oh, a little closer comfort, bestie. Once again in the top lane, but you do get that 1-for-1 all in the bot side, though.
Yes, Dragon was being started up, but Exothi still denies. Nabs gets in the middle. Shun's going to try and help out. Good slow down. That's a flash out. Exothi just gets out of range out of that stolen ult instead. But they have a lost out RPI. They may be winning top and in the solo, but they are losing now in the team fight. Shun saying, please give me that chance. Exothi running as far back as possible. But what a change-up. ECAC control over the macro. Sesame oil salad saying, please, please let me get a rebuttal. With the teleports online, 10 minutes pass and saying, okay, we're not too worried. ECAC, well done denying the dragon.
Also, shoutouts to our observer Samantha Price there for zooming in on the B-bomb. That was very cute. Huge dub picked up here on the bot side. 4-0. Yeah. Have fun into that one. Alrighty. Right as I compliment Samantha's observing, she misses the mid lane.
That's now all we're gonna get is the frogs and just lanes because of what you said. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Taking a look here though, that was a solo kill that we couldn't show you. Shun now up 4-0-1. A chase now on the top side as the lantern goes a bop. Golden Ninja is in a isolated matchup, in control of this top lane, completely zoning Animosity, even off of XP at points. So this is going to be a problem that we really do need to keep track of as we are closing in to the point where towers are going to fall. Exothi looking at only 2 plates left on this bot side tower.
That is so close to the Semtex finish off there. Or C4?
Satchel, yeah.
What? Satchel.
Because Tristana's a sticky bomb. There's so much there.
Wait, Tristana's sticky bomb? I thought it was explosive charge.
It is. I just like to call it sticky because it sticks, you know.
That's true. It is a point and click stick. Yes, that also rhymes. Ooh. That would be an interesting concept, maybe. I don't know. We got a bit of a lull on the rift here. Nothing too much is happening. I expect this bot lane turret to be dropping pretty damn soon here. Come on. Should be 1 auto satchel.
There it is.
There. Alrighty, yeah. That's expected when a Ziggs wins lane. Turret usually falls. The turret usually drops.
It dropped like
drop?
75%.
Yeah, it kind of like sunk into some quicksand.
Yeah. It's always fun looking underneath the rift, but right now we are not getting the shift up. Pain trying to help out in the mid lane. Shun, though, at this point, very, very tanky. You take a look with the Everfrost, you are pretty much in control of this mid lane dominance, and that's going to be the quickness trying to charm up too, but the quickness is back. Now dances a song of defeat. Look at that. They are just trying to disengage Sesame Oil Salad, and Pain cannot hold a candle to the Sylas.
Yeah, that's a 4-0-1 Silas. You already got the Mythic completed. You also got the cooldown Yeezys completed, so you're just able to be spamming out the abilities so much more easily. And Rift Herald has been started up here by ECAC. Should be theirs for the taking, in all honesty.
I mean, it's Shun. Wherever Shun goes, it's currently ruled by ECAC. Look at this. Exothi going, I might be in trouble. Knockup not going to land. Actually knocked out of the sun. The Q is denied, and Paradox might be a Paradox in their own right. Can't get away with the Unstoppable Onslaught, and you are dead. It is going to be the Herald granted, as well as a kill. And ECAC now unlocked from the laning phase means that they can hunt for even more kills.
Good stun there. Oh, you almost had that root there already. Yeah, ECAC just kind of taking control of the mid game here, it feels like, even though they are 2k down. Like you mentioned here, Orbital, wherever Shun shows up, ECAC kind of dominates, in all honesty, and they're able to get themselves a Herald there. Yeah, a lot of damage.
It's the other side of the coin, right? Wherever Shun is, I mean, they're going to be in the lead. Wherever they're not, though, there are some problems. Ruthless getting chunked out by half with a single extended bomb plus a satchel. And SOS also having some trouble in their own right. Shun actually scatters away with the quickness on top. But now a stun on the back line. 3v1 might do the job. Mega Inferno Bomb being dropped up. Cannot get the Kingslayer off in time. But this is going to be the pin. This is going to be the fight. ECAC looking for a challenge back. That is going to be a kill. On to Fable, though. And RPI Red might have had everything. They didn't lose anyone just yet. They said, thank you very much. Pain, your death will not be in bad taste. That'll be a challenge back to loss on ECAC's side and control loss of the mid lane. Oh my gosh, and a dive. I'm not sure if you want to actually go that far. Animosity was there. Animosity said, thank you very much. I'll get that pin against the wall and take your life. And as I was saying, RPI Red, it was a 2-for-1. Now it's a 2-for-2.
Yeah. I don't know what the call was there, Chief, on that dive. We got the TP. This might just be a 2-for-3 then. Satchel.
Oh, and Satchel went straight up in there. We were watching. We were like, man, is that going to be getaway? Nope. Unfortunately, Exothi falls, and just like that, it swings back in ECAC's favor thanks to none other than Shun.
Bad timing, too, because we got the dragon up here in 40 seconds. It is only the second of the game, though, and this isn't like a turbo quick stack Dragon Soul coming out, but ECAC, if they're able to get this turret with this charge, they're not able to get that turret with that charge. If they're able to get this dragon here, they will be in a nice position here when it comes to the soul stacking game. If it does go on longer, we'll see what it is, because we got Shun on the flank here. They got vision of these two members from RPI here. Question is, when does Shun pull the trigger? If so, does not look like that. They have the unstoppable force here, so would be a little tricky to use that from behind the enemy red buff, but I've seen crazier drifts.
I think they all have seen crazier drifts, and that's going to be the call. The drift is in. Wall is hit, but no knockups to ensue. But the combinations are enough. Mega Inferno Bomb lands, but it's not going to do too much. There's the turnaround. RPI saying, hey, you're right in the middle, but the kill has been taken, and the knockback has landed. And ECAC say, we got the kill that we wanted. They are low, though. Keep in mind, Exothi can knock them down a peg further. ECAC taking small steps forward, but the small steps are so necessary.
Ooh.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Ruthless got a little bit too ruthless.
I mean, we already saw that in the top lane. Like, these Ziggs bombs are going to be...
What? What is this?
Yeah, sure.
Shoot, stop. At this point, it's just like killing another minion. Jeez.
I mean, ooh, that's also 10 stacks on that Mage Eyes there. Gets caught up in that pop-up.
I mean, they're going to look for a little bit more. Shield goes up. Maybe he can challenge back. Quickness is available, but the final bomb works. Exothi now becoming the strong point for RPI Red. 6-1 and 125 CS in the pocket. that might be the way to turn it around if Exothi is allowed to keep throwing out these bombs, getting this burn down.
Get the burn down. 6-1 on the Ziggs. I believe they also got the last kill onto Shun, so that should be 2 shutdowns worth of gold at the Ziggs pocket. Although I don't know if Shun was back up to a shutdown since they're 5-0. Now they're 6-2, so in theory they shouldn't have. I've seen wackier stuff though. All that being said though, Dragon finally started here. The thing they're fighting over like 2 minutes ago, it feels like.
They've been challenging, and RPI, honestly, they've done, I want to say, interestingly well, right? Mid lane kind of fell apart for them. Sesame Oil Salad has just been trying to work their way back up into the standings, even went for the more defensive option, no Ludens, of course, just going straight for that Leandri's, just going for that burn build. And, I mean, that is a late game build-up path. Looking to lean on Exothi and Golden Ninja, who have both tried to put themselves in very strong states. Divine Sunder are done for the Jax on top side. This is going to be quite fun to see the rest of the game play out. IWU, in their own right, looking to be strong. They're only about 500 gold behind, which is not bad at all.
Oh, Shun's hunting. Would of course be able to get this kill. I got it the previous, like, 4 times at this point, so I don't really doubt it. Gang shaping up in the top side, all in shaping up in the bot side. Samantha trying to decide where we are going. It is going to be in the bot side here. So that bot lane, or top lane gank has been avoided. Never mind.
Oh man, there it is. That is a Jax saying, I can take all of you, and I was saying, nah, you can't. That is going to be a great pickup, because now it opens up this top lane tower. Only 2 are going to be sent here. Pain as well as Paradox are going to try and hold it down, but, I mean, how much can you actually hold? That's going to be the root, that's going to be the slow, that's going to be the stun here.
Available.
It is up, and they're going to try and clear out the way, but look at the quickness to draw everyone in. They need to kill this tower quickly, and they just get in time. Animosity is quite low. Out comes the shielding from the dawning light. And maybe they can cut him down. Sion, just how tanky, does not have much more in the pocket, but Pain and Exothi are going to look to try and change things up. Exothi will now be the sacrificial lamb as top lane tower was taken. A follow-up behind leaves another dead as Animosity fell to the passive.
Does mean, though, Nab's in this mid lane able to pick up a second turret in this plane for IWU, so when it comes to the structures, when it comes to the objectives, IWU coming out on top in that play. Yes, it is a 2-for-1, so in terms of bodies, you are losing, but in terms of turrets, that's what matters more. And we're ahead in that one. Well, we got a big calm on the rift here.
I think this is proper, right? No one's in position for the Herald, and you can kind of take stock of the lanes. And right now, I got to ask you, Go for Eno, who do you think feels fully in control, or at least more in control, right? Because both RPI Red and IWU have both been settling with small incremental leads, and it feels like it's given back. If you're taking a look, who do you think feels like they're more in control of the current game state?
I mean, neither team really, because both are making shot calls across the map. It's dead even in Dragons, it's dead even in Gold, it's basically dead even in turrets right now. We'll see what the contest is coming out here over this scuttle. This Poppy caught a little off guard.
And gets a good knockout of Golden Ninja, so Golden Ninja will not be able to follow, but Fable says, I want to fight. Quickness is used, but only gets knocked up. TP in the back. This could be the pinch that they want. Nabs getting right in the middle as the Ascension draws near. The draw of Golden Ninja in the middle. The team fight we said from IWU will be strong. Mega Inferno Bomb, though, doing a lot of damage and forces the rest of RPI Red out. They were looking at the Baron, but the call on Golden Ninja and Pain to go in undoes a little bit of what they were doing.
Kind of crazy. Only one person died in that entire exchange. Maybe I cast or cursed it a little. Teleport coming out here from RPI, but this Sion is already low here for Paradox, and they have dropped.
Oh, and Animosity is going to burn to death. The final bomb will take it. Will round 3 yield any results? Golden Ninja just teleporting in is now chunked out quite low once again. Question marks in the back, though, as Pain is ready to rumble. Death all around leaves everyone a little bit haphazard in this current end fight situation.
Yep. So, in the end, that's what, a 2-for-1 in favor of IWU? It's kind of crazy, too, because it looked like they just completely blew that fight out of the water at the start of it, because you pincered off 3 members from RPI with that great Shun teleport flank. But then just the bomb damage from Exathy really just adding up here, Orbital, and chunking so many members low. That burn just adding up, getting through these health bars, keeping people at bay, and that's what helps keep RPI from absolutely completely getting dumpstered in that fight, it feels like.
I mean, I would agree. That is something that they have worked towards. You can even see Exathy looking into those pages as well. The Magi stacking up there. And inversely, Shun is sitting on 0 in their own right. So there is so much going back and forth between these two AP carries. Wait, Dragon currently started up by IWU. Golden Ninja says we can give this Dragon, even though it is Infernal, if we open up this top side, if we break open more of the base, it will feel so much better. So it will be the trade-off. And of course, RPI in red might look for a steal. A challenge, though. This is going to be a fight on the backside. Animosity looking to try and force him out. No steal chance today. Pain running for their life as well. But the follow-through. Fable said, gimme that fight. No deaths beyond the board, but mid and topside both being stolen away. This Dragon is actually costing them quite a bit. IWU red sitting to lose 3 towers across the board.
Oh, that is not worth it at all here for IWU. It's only your second Dragon of the game, and keep in mind, one of the big things on this patch, Red wanted to address snowballing, and they nerfed the value of Dragons quite a bit. That's a great stun.
Revenge of IWU. The sword comes to slay as Golden Ninja is quite low. That range from Ruthless cutting them to the bone. That's a great jump on. Again, SOS has unfortunately been the weak point in this game, been bullied around by Shun, and is now opening up an opportunity to get some wards down and some information around the rest of the map.
Great pickup there with that flash of Sand and Jacht coming out from the IWU mid laner. Another dub on the board for them, although they do still have to reconcile the fact that they did lose 3 turrets in that last Dragon fight, so they're going to want to not lose too much more of the map here, because there's a Jack split pushing, when there's a Ziggs being Ziggs, they just don't really stand up for too long if you let them have their way here.
I'm still sad that maxing W second is not a viable strategy. I understand, but I love seeing that early, I want to say, like, you know, 20-minute chunk of 35% of the tower. You're just like, this is dumb. This is rude. Oh, man, though. Looking at the damage scaling here, level 13, everyone's sitting pretty high up there for the side of RPI Red. They're looking like menaces if given the opportunity, but right now, for the kills that have gone down, we're still sitting at that 500 gold difference. Baron currently in the eyes, but Sesame Oil Salad went a little bit too far. Rest of the team trying to help out, but look at the pinch in the back. The shields are going to only work for a moment. Megan Vermob comes in, but look at the counter-strike. That is a denial of the TP in. IWU, realizing that they do not have their 5th member, are still going to try and take the site. Paradox slowly running away. Exathy slowly birding them away. There is so much to be had as Shun is getting very upset about the current state of the game. 1v1 going. That's going to be the change. A final auto attack takes it. Shun wins the 1v1, gets revenge for getting knocked out of TP. Exathy now going to chase on. Animosity has to run for dear life. Good push back to the way, but look at mid lane. IWU taking the chance to push in the mid and break open their own 4th tower.
Able to nab that for themselves here after they take the 2-for-0 in that fight. One by that Baron pit, one in that bot lane. You're able to get the turret, you're able to get a lot of damage on this bot turret here. Not able to finish it just quite off, but solidifying yourself a little bit more of a lead here. Granted, all being said and done, it is still only about 1k separating these two teams right now, Orbital, so in terms of raw gold, it's not really anything to write home about, but we'll see how he was able to use the advantages they've garnered, at least in terms of tempo and build on specific members here for the upcoming fights.
I love the fact that you pointed it out. Thank you to our observer, once again, Samantha, doing an awesome job, giving us an idea, because Exathy's sitting at a ridiculous gold increase and Shun doing the same. These two will play a pivotal role. Baron, once again, taking a look at massive wards dropped all over the side and actually pushing into the side of RPI Red. Take a look at where the vision is. RPI Red have pretty much nothing directly around the Baron. I think they are going to be
that's
worried
a good
because
pick.
now Pain is going to be locked in. Remember, Pain is the most engaged heavy champion there, but now they walk straight into Pain, and there it is, death from the skies. That will be a shutdown for Exotic, and now the spin comes in. RPI Red looking to try and get some more Scatter the Weeks off, and they do. Shutdown coming in for Exotic, and the rest of IWU Red have to try and make heads or tails of this one. Scatter the Week and Unleashed Power going to do its work as Ruthless has to run. RPI Red burning down the rest. Animosity has to run. IWU wondering what just happened. They thought they had the jump and said they're the ones that get cut down. 4-3 dead. I do apologize. The Fable and Ruthless are the last ones alive.
Yep. Pain there as this Recon able to survive just long enough to pop the quickness, get themselves out of there, pluck that ticket the hell out of that one, and you're in that nice little choke point against this 11-1 Ziggs now. Drops the Mega Inferno Bomb, drops quite a few other bombs just for good measure. And that AoE damage just added up to so much in that fight orbital. Just schmelting through these members. No objectives picked off the back of that, though, by RPI. Just going to take some farm here on the bot side, get that pushed on in, deny some jungle camps. See if they're able to get a pick here. Death Brush.
Oh, Shun realizes this is a problem, and Exotic actually gets out. I feel like there could have been a kill. Mega Inferno Bomb coming in for the top side. Ruthless was right in the center. The burn is going to take out Shun. And this is RPI Red. You talked about not being able to get too many advantages. Last time was because the fight was so scattered, it wasn't decisive, right? They weren't able to actually have all members ready in position because they were the ones to aggress on. This time they chose the fight. They got the kill, they got the push, and they get the win. Second Dragon for them. Fourth of the game will be going the way of RPI Red, as now they put 4 in the mid lane. Multiple members ready to go, looking at either Baron or the tower, as Paradox said. That is, the aggressive, the angry ult saying, get out of our way.
Yeah, I think Paradox was looking for engage there, just kind of recognized, hey, you're all backing off, let's just look towards this Baron right now. So I'll steer myself over that way just a little bit. I'm coming up to try and contest this. You got your jungler in the area, could look to force at 50-50, but it is that 5 versus 4 right now. Cyclone coming out on the back line.
And they're going to try their best, but that's an immediate shutdown. Fable is now dead, and Baron cannot be completed. That will be RPI Red to find it. But look at the burn once again. Remember, with all the Baron stacks on them, they are burning low. In comes Pain once again. The hammer did not do it enough. Another kill comes out. Exotic finds a kill, and this is just brutality. IWU may have stopped the Baron, but they have lost their lives, and RPI just go right back to it. Shun, the last one alive, has the Grandmaster's Might available, but really, what's that going to do? Yes, you can get a great AoE pop if you get in the middle of them, but I'm not sure it's going to work. Shun has to make a do-or-die play. Does get it, jumps in with the Zanya, is able to grab one. Can you get more? No, you're stunned into oblivion and killed. Paradox falls, but it's enough. RPI Red take the ace and take the Baron as well.
Still able to take down 2 members, though. Deny Baron buff from 2 members. That is great, especially denying the one from Golden Ninja here. They won't have to deal with that Jax in the side lane having that Baron buff. Although, fun fact about that last team fight, Ruthless died to a single Mega Inferno Bomb.
Pain.
Yeah, they gotta play League of Legends.
Yep, and I think that highlights something that we haven't been able to talk about too much. You take a look at the item disparities between the two. Not only are IWU about an item and a half behind, RPI Red have been able to optimize straight for damage. I mean, take a look at Exotic. There is no Zanyas on their side. They got straight damage, right? On IWU Titan Shield Sword side, you're taking a look. They have to optimize for safety. You see the Merc Dreads coming out of Nabs. You see the Zanyas coming out of both. They have been forced to optimize into safety, whereas Exotic, on a champion that is well known as only having 1 escape and slow move speed, has been able to have free reign of their itemization.
Yeah, 25 Magi stacks, full build here, has the Rabadons, fully stacked Seraphs, and the Leandries. This Ziggs is going to be doing a lot of damage, to quote Freak David Turley, League of Legends Riot Games.
Too good, too good. We're looking at the final moments. What could be, even though was ready. That's going to be the Everfrost trying to catch him, but there goes a sag again. No one can get onto the Ziggs. Instead, you are turned around on Pain. Shun. Fall. Fable will try to way out of death, but the bomb is enough, and that will be a double kill. The bot lane of RPI Red looking like monsters. 3 dead in quick succession. Top side now. Golden Ninja going to try their hand, but that's all you need to do. You just need to draw their attention. You just need to draw their hand. RPI Red looking like they want to close this one out swiftly.
Yeah. Oh my god. Those turrets are just melting here. Yep, Ruthless got to play League of Legends there. That's going to be the last Nexus turn. This should just be done and dusted here for this game number 1. RPI putting their foot down, 1-0 in this series, looking to put themselves up 2-1 in this season. They repeated in this next game and secured themselves a 2-0.
I mean, it looked even. Let's not beat around the bush here. It looked even for quite some time. We saw Shun getting a lead in the mid lane, but that mid game, we talked about it, right? This mid game is where we see those APCs look quite strong, the Syndra and the Ziggs. And granted, SOS had some struggles. SOS was not having a great game, but late game it did not matter. No one could reach a Ziggs. I think that's pretty ban-worthy against RPI at this point.
Yeah, if it's able to win lane like that again and then just completely dumpster on your team again, I'd say that's ban-worthy. The question is, what ban do you drop here? Because keep in mind the Champions Select bans were heavily dominated by target bans here, so you're going to have to give up one of those target bans that you consider that mandatory in game number 1. And if you didn't want to deal with that before and now you have to deal with it because you banned that Ziggs, that's what we call between a rock and a hard place if you're IWU.
Well, we'll see what they can do. Of course, for IWU, the Titan Sword Squad will have to look to revamp things up in game number 2, whether it's on red or blue. And RPI Red will have a little bit of fun and see what they can do. We'll go to a very short break. Esports U will be back with some more ECAC action in just a bit. Welcome back, everyone. We are excited to be here once again with an exciting game number 1. From about minute 1 to about minute 16, we saw a tight and close race, and then after that one, it got a little bit out of control. RPI Red currently up 1-0 with, of course, IWU Titan Sword looking to try and get the first game dub here in the series.
They'll have to if they want to avoid going down 0-3 after the end of week 3 here, aka after the end of this series, because being 0-3 after the first quarter of the season, not a good look, bestie. We can affirm that one on the Twitter.
And it's one of those situations where it's not like they are outright losing series time and time again, but you could definitely see they had some trouble in that game specifically. The composition on paper looked pretty good, I think. They had some good engage. They had a strong mid lane presence. It's just they could not reach a singular champion in the back line. That champion being a Ziggs. Looking at this game number 2, go for Eno. Where do you think that lands? Do you think that is coming out as a ban, or do you think they're still going to go for those pocket bans?
I am leaning towards that being banned away, potentially. Granted, there are answers to the Ziggs, and it was a very rough lane since you did kind of give up that first blood there at level 2 when you got caught with your pants down there, and that really just hindered your ability to play that lane. That, and also I don't think Senna's swing really does the best into Ziggs, because the Ziggs is able to outrange both of them. So we'll see. I'm leaning towards a ban personally, but maybe I would just goes with a route of, hey, maybe it was a little bit of a compositional difference in that bot lane. Maybe it was a little bit of goofs on our part there in that bot lane. And maybe we can just bring it back here and keep the same bans.
Maybe they can, maybe they can't. We'll go ahead and get into draft and see what they can do. RPI still sticking on that blue side because IWU have opted for red once again. And this is where we get to see that come down, right? Again, will it go with ban? Will they not? And there are so many personal bans as well. But RPI Red, they won the game. Granted, the early to mid was not as safe as they would like, namely in that mid lane. I am looking for a little bit of a shift, depending if that Silas is on board or not. I think that is a point that could easily harm them if they leave it open, if they get a little bit too I want to say confident and saying, hey, we can still leave it open. So we'll see what happens there as well. Still, though, Zillion banned away as well. Can't let that one through.
Yeah, because keep in mind, last game, Sesame Oil Salad did pick that Syndra knowing that it was going into that Silas there. And then it was just a couple of little mishaps in the lane that really just led to the downfall of that Syndra and Shun just being able to turbo snowball to the point where they were just that menace. So we'll see. Because I do think that was a little bit on RPI there. Don't get me wrong, Shun played really well there. And it does take a lot of gamer juice skill there to punish those mistakes. But we'll see if Sesame Oil Salad is able to clean up the loose ends.
Well, 4 for 4 so far in the ban phase. Nothing's really changed, and A-Soul to also follow through. Shun will not be playing that one. But this is where that third comes in, right? We are wondering, does it happen, or do RPI even try and steal it away? We have seen shadow bans come out before. It's not unheard of course, taking away champion. I don't think SOS has Silas in their wheelhouse, though, so I think that one might be left. There is that ban coverage. Remember, this last ban was the Ivern, I believe, to come out as third ban. So if the Ziggs is locked in, that will leave open Paradox's Ivern to be played if they so wish.
Yep. Oh. And it looks like it's getting locked in here.
Easy, right? Just, we knew it. Like, there's no other option for it, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that's already locked in. I'm still adjusting Sys overlay. I saw the blue thing around. I'm like, okay. Then I noticed there was a little bit of extra red on the other side. I'm like, oh, okay, so they did lock that in. So getting a little used to the overlay, a little bit of rusty feet here on the ECAC broadcast. But the Lily going to be locked in as response here. That is a very high-speed jungler. You do have to kind of keep up the tempo with your farming and just with your pressure, especially once you hit level 6. Curious to see how Fable decides to pilot that this game, because that is quite the departure from Wukong.
It is a heavy departure, I would say. Still has that engage feature, but you're looking for that 2 to 3 man sleep, and it's going to be used in counteraction against that shield here. Jinx in the bot side, though, it will be Cops and Robbers. Now we got to see who the assistants are. Is it the rough and tumble supports there, or is it going to be the range? Only time will tell. Honestly, RPI could be looking at a bubble shield comp. You could go with a little bit of long range. If you really want to be annoying, go with the Lux. Have a little bit of fun there. It is going to be that Orianna, though. Sesame has played Orianna in the past in their own personal account, which, again, not the strongest laner, but very much an all-around safe, just unoriginal pick there.
Yeah, that is a lot of shielding coming out here. I do fully expect the Caitlyn to be paired in the second round with either the Lux or Morgana, since that's basically the only combo you ever see with this champion. And you do really want to get ahead on this champion because Caitlyn Arcane is not in the best spot right now. So you really got to make use of that early game here. The Jace locked in, though, for IWU. That's going to be putting a lot of pain in the mid lane. I'm assuming Shun's going to be playing that into the Orianna. Orianna has very low base resistances and can just get absolutely smashed if you jump on top of her with that hammer form here as that Jace.
We can appreciate the Jax ban as well. Golden Ninja did have the 50-50s on lock in the top lane, even though you dropped down to maybe about 50 HP. The Lux, though, as we were talking about, not giving that long-range poke over, not allowing that run-through against the Jinx. And there is the Jinx Nami, a combination that is well-perceived. Nami, of course, falling a little bit lower in the tiers right now, but still a potent support to pick up. The Janna, though, this is Karma Janna banned away from Ruthless, who, honestly, Ruthless, last game did not have the best of times as well, so we'll see if that changes up. However, the Engage coming out, Payne said, we ain't taking anything for granted. Let's go ahead, grab the tankiness, grab that Engage, and then have a bully in the top lane to boot.
Yeah, so I guess just wanting this Nautilus here so you actually have some Engage, because with the Iron Jungle, typically you don't have the best Engage. That champion is not an Engage champion. That champ is more for peel, for dissuading the Engage from the enemy team. And yeah, I don't like how it pairs with the Caitlyn here. If you're able to get the all-in here with the Ignite, with the trap combos, then yeah, it is going to work out here, but I'm not the biggest fan. It can work out here. We'll see how it works out in the bot lane for RPI, because they did win pretty hard last time around with the Ziggs Recon. This is quite a different shakeup here, and yeah, we'll see.
And I think is very important to think about, right? They won very hard in the early game before. Where that came about, though, is the level 2 and level 3 aggression to come out. And I think we have to kind of take a look at that, because that can happen here as well. You take a look at the Jinx and the Nami. These are champions that are quite squishy and can be bullied around if the level 2 comes up. I do expect IWU to play much safer in that regard. If we do not see Nabs and Ruthless step back, I think that can be a point of problem. However, if Nabs and Ruthless get a lead, that's also a story in itself, right? Because this is one of the OG hyper-scaling, it's Jinx, right? If Jinx gets a couple kills, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, we'll be able to shred through the enemy team here, because the RPI composition does not have the best backline threat here. You're really just looking for maybe a Shockwave combo, maybe the Nautilus here lands a hook and you're able to get a Renekton on top of this Jinx, but realistically speaking, it's not the hardest dive coming out from RPI. So like you mentioned, if this Jinx does get rolling here, Orbital will be quite the menace here, and it's a menace you can't really get on top of as easily. And that's going to be thrown into RPI's side if that Jinx does get ahead, though, because it is against the Caitlyn in lane. Caitlyn known for dominating the lane. Jinx known for definitely having a weaker early lane phase, especially compared to that Caitlyn. So I'll just chalk it up to another on the we'll have to see once we get in game list that I've been chalking up quite a few things to this pick and ban.
Yeah, and that I think we can also chalk up to this top lane also having some major changes as well. Golden Ninja may not be on the Jax Bruiser, but an early game bully in the Renekton, and then the counter pick of the Ornn at the very end. Animosity also had a not so fun time in the top lane, went down multiple times in 1v1s. However, the Ornn does give a little bit more of a safety net underneath. Do you expect this top lane to still go the way of Golden Ninja in that respect, or do you think it's going to go a little bit more even as we do get underway with game number 2?
Golden Ninja is going to have to snowball this top lane, because realistically speaking, come mid-game, the Renekton really just does not have any kill threat on this Ornn. The Ornn just gets way too damn tanky. Stacks armor way too easily into Renekton. Even if you get a Porky, even if you get a Cleaver as the Croc, is not enough to cut through the mounting goat deity? I don't know. I know he's like a deity. No, he's
The
just like some
blacksmith,
dude.
I think, is all we're gonna call it. Just the blacksmith is the best way to put it. The elder blacksmith, if you will, heavy on the tank, heavy on the smith as well. You can see the forge and all.
Hey, let's go!
Yeah, all the lovely animals of the rift that we don't get enough. Did you also hear that they were revamping lore soon? I think that's what they're doing with a lot of the ongoing stuff, right?
Yeah, they made a huge announcement of it. Well, Samantha's just kind of panning around. In case there are any nature documentaries out there in the audience that need a pro gamer observer to observe their nature documentaries, like, you see that lizard there? Samantha would catch that. IRL too. That's how much gamer juice it's on.
I believe Samantha is also the first person to ever show me that there was a duck in the river. Back when it was actually like an Easter egg, right? And only one player would see it on the map. That was a time. But what we are seeing is a chance and a half. I love this. Exathi as well as Pain still looking to be that dominant bot side force. And you can see it, an already force of this lane state trying to push it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's going to be back and forth here in this bot lane fighting over that level 2. Of course, one of these level 2 combos is a lot more dangerous than the other. See Golden Ninja getting the leg up in this top lane. This is still early game. You do still have quite the power trading threat as this Renekton. It's not until Animosity. I keep trying to say other things like anemone. Remember in Finding Nemo where Nemo struggles to say an enemy? He's like, anemone.
That was a time. I think we just aged ourselves. There, go for it.
I mean,
Finding Nemo.
still watch
Oh my
it. It
God.
exists.
When did Finding Nemo come out? When did Finding Nemo come out?
I don't know, like 2003?
Oh my gosh.
2002 maybe.
That is way before League of Legends. Holy moly. I'm old.
Almost a decade. At least actually,
That's
2009
like
is
way further than a
technically when
decade. What?
No, because League of Legends, I think.
Oh, you're talking about in
released in 2009 as like beta,
True.
and then 2010 was like the first season. Wait, no, season 1 was 2011 because you could remember because it's like 2011 season 1, 2012 season 2. This is the last digit matches up. And they realized maybe saying season 12 just makes us sound like a bunch of like geriatric boomers here. So we're gonna say season 2023 split to League of Legends. Please watch Arcane on Netflix.
I'm excited. Season 2 coming out soon, but right now, Season 2 of this series coming out here, possibly a Season 3, depending
This isn't
on how
season 2.
Yeah, Season 2. We'll see. It's gonna be there. Taking a look though at the state of things. This episode 1 is having some trouble here. RPI Red having some fun in the bot side and in mid and in top all the way around. Even the junglers getting in on it, but Pain having some trouble. This is a problem. Lethal Tempo currently procced on Nabs, but take a look at the difference. It's gonna be a little bit of speed up. Flash out. Auto attack down. Minions might take it. No, Liz with just a sliver. Jungler's currently fighting. In comes Shun to help out, but Paradox is going to possibly die. Flashes out of the meteoric hammer. No way you survived that one. Shun wanting a little bit of value, and now a trade back. Ignite is going to work. Trade of kills, but First Blood goes away of the Lilia falling to their own deaths. But look at this. IWU Shun chase down a second. In comes Sesame Oil Salad. This bot lane exploded into absolute ferocity, and things are causing a problem. That's going to be an empowered Shock Blast coming out. Sesame Oil getting jumped on, and remember, that is double buffed on Shun. Shun does not have the rotations just yet, though. The auto attacks are not going to be enough. A huge hit. The ball in the face. The wave to heal up, and everyone backs away. Heavy death in the bot lane. Are you going to really look for it? No, you're on top of a ward. That's a blast, a jump, and a hammer. Another flash burn down. But now Shun has to wander, needs that transform once again. Gets it. Do you get it? You trade your life. That will be another kill. And honestly, that fight went on so long. Pain came back for a celebratory wave.
Yeah, 5 kills there in what feels like about how long it was from 2002 when Finding Nemo released its League of Legends official launch, if we want to tie things back into the narrative. But I'll hold that thought, because this is a big gank at the top lane. Gonna force out the flash. Should be fine.
I mean, there's not much that I think Golden can do, and you are down. IWU stacking up the kills. A crazy setup chance, but Exhausty once again going ahead, styling on this bot lane. 3-0 on the Caitlyn. So go ahead and push RPI Red's bot lane in the lead. Man,
that was a fadeaway headshot, Yodi, there. God damn. 3-0, like you said, gonna be able to back here. Has the Noon Quiver and the Zerkers already, so that's gonna be a lot of pushing power on this Caitlyn, who's gonna be hangry for them turret platings here. Already got their fill of kills. Thank you, Samantha, for the gold here. You can see about 1,100 on up here in the bot lane.
And this again just shows a little bit of a difference, right? Yes, Exothi is in the lead once again, but you take a look at where the kills are distributed. For IWU, they're sitting with Shoot and Fable, again, taking leads in their own respective right. And a big difference is Golden Ninja does not have solo kills in this top lane. You were talking about it, right? Hey, Golden Ninja needs a lead. Animosity is not allowing that one. This is going to be a little bit of a problem if you are not careful. Animosity doesn't get the knockup though, so huge chunk out instead. Going the way of Golden Ninja. However, a challenge on the bot side. Paradox looking for a chance. That's going to be a little bit of a tether going out.
Does
not
not
going to
hit.
find it.
Does not hit that. Bit of a field goal there. Tie into it being football season. Everything is a tie-in nowadays. This casting. It's a tie-in for, I don't know. Say it's an advert for something. Everything's an advert nowadays. But back on topic here. 3-4. All 3 kills, though, being on this Caitlyn from RPI means IWU can look to pressure in other lanes. The other lane's much more even. Even in mid lane, you got Shun ahead. That 2-1 scoreline. I'll hold that thought, because that's a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah, easy damage. Remember, Exothi burned all of their summoner spells to try and get the kill away and above. That's going to be another zap to finish it. Navs with a beauty of a shot at the end. Great gank from Fable to set up those 2 in the bot side.
Yep, able to get the fadeaway Yodi with that zap there. Now 1-1 and 2 as this Jinx does not get the shutdown. The shutdown going over to Fable as this Lilia will be able to snowball with that gold. However, you do really wish it had gone onto this Jinx though for Nabs. Please gonna nab you this first dragon of the game though, that Hextech dragon. You won't say no to that. So 2 for 0 in the bot lane and a dragon. Great times all around for IWU.
And I think this is, again, already an improvement from game number 1. You take a look at the kills, you look at the differences, a 1.6k lead, plus a dragon in your back pocket. This is already looking better. You can see them having a little bit more control over the lane state. It is going to end in that mid game where we want to see them continue to maintain control. Until then, though, I mean, they're happy. Shun may not have the most aggressive CS lead, but your 2-1-1 Golden Ninja on the top side is also in a tricky spot. Down a little bit of CS, can't really bully out Animosity. And Paradox on this Ivern has not exactly had the most potent of pressure around the map. Yes, you are waiting for a few more shields, waiting for a few more items, but, I mean, we don't see Paradox really getting in the faces just yet.
Yeah, tried ganking bot lane, missed on that Q there. Not able to get that dash on in, not able to let Kane dash on in. And for that first blood, actually, that entire time they're just stuck in the river 1v1ing Fable for a lot of that, so definitely unfortunate there when it comes to that. All things considered, though, 3-6 right now. IWU does have a bit of a definitive lead now, 1.1k, have a extra dragon in your belt. Pretty decent lead when we're considering it's 9 minutes into the game. Hold that thought. It should just be an easy kill. Yep, I can't even hand it off to you. It's that quick and easy.
The setups from Shun really dominating this mid lane is going to be a problem, and RPI, they are bleeding out a little bit of gold, so at this point you can see Exothi and Pain just saying, yeah, we're going to step forward. Paradox now just hard pressuring this bot side, level 5 on the Nautilus, but it's going to be enough. A final headshot takes their life as Exothi grabs a 4th. Now looking at Fable to try and come in and do cleanup duty. Navs trying to get in range right now. Use the ghost, but gets tethered up. That means Fable can't jump in. Waiting for a chance. Maybe Pain and Exothi stay a little bit too long. But the summoner spells are up, and Fable is in a bit of a problem. Great bush from Paradox to scout that out.
Yep. Keep the deer at bay here. Able to get a little bit more pressure bot. And everyone's just going to reset.
A quiet reset, if you will. I mean, last time that we saw them kind of duke it out on the bot side, it was just blood all over, and then everyone's just like staring each other down. This one's just like, all right, they're limping away home. So I can appreciate it. Fable, though, really getting in Paradox's face, ensuring that Paradox is going to not get too much of a CS lead. You can see Fable currently behind about 4 camps, so trying to make up lost ground.
To be able to do that, I mean, You are Lilia. You farm pretty damn quickly, so you'll be fine and dandy on that front.
Oh. It's also interesting because Fable actually went for the Rod of Ages instead of Leandri's, so I can appreciate that, having a little bit of tanky stats. Right now on the top side, though, we are seeing a kill as Nabs gets a solo kill from the Rocket from bot to mid. Great shot there, allowing RPI to take out this top side for free.
So 1-for-1 across the map here, all things considered. And be getting some plates here for Shun's Jace, who has been definitely winning this lane. I mean, it's a 0-3 Orianna against a 3-1 Jace, working towards that first lethality item. It's usually the Eclipse. Could be the Duskblade if you're feeling really, you're really feeling it, Mr. Krabs here.
Just a lot of pain. Just a lot of unfortunate pain, if you will. Of course, money is the main option. As you can see, the pinch on the spot side, trying to get a few plates of their own. Fable looking to run in, but because RPI Red are on that Herald, Exothi understands, hey, can't really stay here. I will be the sacrificial lamb. RPI Red will get this Herald, and they'll lose about 2 plates on the other side.
Plates for plates. Flash in the mid lane. Or Sesame. Not having a good time here. Not really getting to play League of Legends on this fine, wonderful Friday the 13th.
It's a challenge in its own right. Dragon now coming up in under a minute. A big little question there begs for IWU to see if they can gather a second. That will be all important to see who starts stacking if they can. Fable looking to try and get some more money on the board here. Looking at this bot side, which I really do appreciate, keeping Nabs in thought. That's going to be the slow. Pain currently caught out, doesn't really have any flash, but slowed, rooted. The Chomps are alive as well. I mean, you get the shield up, and it looks like you're out, so safety in numbers. Exothi also looking for a chance. Shun needs a great headshot. Sesame Oil Salad on the back end as well. And IWU possibly looking for a chance to value around this dragon. You see 4 members currently posted up here.
Yeah, this poke really adding up for the Lilia plus Jace combo. We flash to the top lane here. Dominus is available if Golden Ninja really wants to force it.
Oh. Everyone watching, always chug your potions. That is the number here. As we saw the rocket fly by, lands on Golden Ninja, drops him quite low, and that's going to allow Animosity to pick up the rest of the wave. However, Infernal Drake goes the way of IWU. They are now stacked on 2. And we are going to get the change into the mountain as we rise into the skies. Mountain Dragon will call with a little extra armor and magic resist.
I wouldn't say rise into the skies, you know, Cloud Dragon's right there.
Listen, it doesn't rise as high as a mountain. I mean, you see, you know that land.
I think the sky is a little over a mountain.
Alright, fine. I tried.
Say Mount Everest, maybe. It kind of depends on how the clouds are feeling. Some clouds hang pretty low, others pretty high. Herald dropped in the bottom lane. This is going to be an easy peasy first turret. Cha-ching. In the pockets. That's 8 doubloons. Gold.
That's going to be nice. However, Paradox has found a little bit of a treasure trove in their own right. The trap has been sprung, though, and you are getting jumped on. Flash out, flash over. Pain going to be the body block, and they're going to try and hold. Teleport coming in here, though, as that's going to be the depth charge going in. And look at the solo out. Golden Ninja appears just in time to steal the kill. Shun has to flash away. Exothi ready to go with the auto attacks. Might be able to slow them down in time, but a jump on the back line means Ruthless is going to die. We talked about this. It's so dangerous. Body block coming out of Nabs. They're able to save a majority share of the members, but look at the damage that has been done. Way pressured in. It looks like in the macro game, RPI Red win.
Yep. We'll get that big shutdown here. Able to get some pressure here on this bot turret, at least in the top side. You have Animosity chipping away at that turret, but not able to take it down. It is just an Orin sitting on an Aegis and a Bramble and a Kindle Gem. Not known for taking turrets. Even taking a bit of a breather here. Or hitting the turret.
It's just having every little bit of pieces, all the pieces of the puzzle, right, being built up over time as we now enter in to the mid-game. 50 minutes into the game, 6-8 is the score. Just about 1.4k gold in favor of RPI Red. They are still laxing on the dragons, but these mountains will be easy to take. Keeping eyes, the gold is also quite dispersed. Exothi holding majority share for the team. And again, on a Caitlyn, it's not exactly the most overwhelming thing in the world until we see that second or third item in the pocket. However, Golden Ninja might get a chance. Animosity stuck around for a little bit too long and unfortunately won't get the back that they so wish.
Yep. Bit of annoyance there. On or fade away Q there coming out from Animosity. Things will be a little bit calm here, at least for now. No real objectives to take on the Rift. That Herald's down, that Dragon's down. We got another 4 minutes till Baron's on up here, so it'd just be looking for picks, looking for some ganks here. Got a little bit of movement on the map, you know, you got Pain here, chipping away at these wards, maybe looking for a hook in the mid lane. Nothing happening though.
I mean, you can't really force it just yet. The map has slowly been broken open, and we're going to start seeing the rotations come out as well. But the teams are pretty happy about just farming, keep themselves in a good state. I think the only one that we are going to see start looking for those chances is going to be Shun, right? Shun is currently 3-1-2, and as a Jace, you don't scale amazingly well into the late game. You're going to want to be looking to put your power down, and even last time on the Sylas has been doing so, but now you're getting matched up against the likes of a Renekton, and you have to be careful, right? You can see the gentle poke in and out, ensuring that you don't step too close. Fable, though. Oh. Fable is looking like a little bit of a dangerous spot. You can see here, down goes Daisy and the rest of the squad. Good knock up into the follow-through. The depth charge was enough. Perfect tower dive, or as much as it was, Pain tries to get the shield up. You're still going to die because Animosity, with the snipe of the GOAT, is able to trade it back.
1 for 1, but you take down the enemy jungler for your support. You will take that for sure if you're RPI. The big question is, can you defend from this push coming out? 3 IWU members up there chipping away at you, chipping away at the wave, looking to take this turret. Yes, you are able to defend it. In the end, 1 for 1, but you're feeling mighty fine and dandy about the one you got.
I think they're going to be okay with it. Animosity, though, still saying I'm a beef tank, and remember, this is Assassin Ornn, the Ornn that can do it all. Tank, bruiser, support, whatever you want to call it. Exotic dropped to about 40% HP, and Paradox is like, really? This is what we're dealing with right now?
I mean, it's Ornn League of Legends, like, what do you expect? You're a fight Caitlyn 4-1? That's an Ornn with a Bramble Vest. You're not going to damage him. It is a bit of the mid-game power trough. It is a bit of the... You need some more AD to punch through him. You need Armor Pen to also punch through him. And you also need a Lifesteal to deal with all the damage coming your way. It is very fun playing into Ornn League of Legends as an AD carry.
And you can see it there, because of that strength on the top side, Animosity has allowed their team to gather up along this Herald, the second Herald of the game, and before the Baron spawns, almost a good minute and a half before. However, this leaves the Dragon open. RPI Red are going to try and take that objective away instead. I almost expect Nabs to try and check it later, but this is a trade. Remember, RPI actually did this in game number 1. They challenged against a Dragon, and they said, we'll take the entire base. They're going to try and, IWU are going to try to do the same. But in reverse, this top side is going to look to fall down here. Charge off on the Herald. Sesame Oil Sal will be the only one alive at the current state on the top side to defend. And because of that, they will lose 2. Might not be 3, but 2 is more than enough.
Yeah, Sesame almost got to bop the eye there for that massive true damage proc. You do at least get 1 turret back in the mid lane. You should be picking up this Dragon any day now. It's just not even soloing. It's not the fastest thing in the world. There you go. Little pan over there. Just in time. Dominus popped.
I mean, they're going to look to challenge it. That's going to be a knock-up down the lane, and that solos out Pain and Golden Ninja. The wave crosses over as well, and it looks like IWU are going to get the fight lead first. Shun looking for a chance, jumps in, jumps out. Jump in by Fable, looking for a follow-up on Golden Ninja. The speed up is there, flash out, flashes over the shockwave. That's going to be an assassination, and IWU have gone ahead and taken the kills. Beautifully done. Exothi trying to lay the auto attacks down, but not able to do so. All 5 members of IWU Titan Sword have gotten out alive by taking 2 kills.
Yep, 2 for 0 here in favor of IWU. And, yeah. You got some kills here on this Jinx. Nabs able to get excited in that fight, able to just start going to town. So those rockets really adding up here. This Renekton, not the best frontliner, only sitting on that Gore Drinker and Tab Eyes for now. And you're already dropped pretty low at the start of that fight. It's going to be even harder to eat up a bunch of Nabs' auto attacks.
Shun wants this fight. Shun's been doing this time and time again. I mean, they're looking. They want this bot side tower down as well. Animosity, I think, is going to tank it. And Sesame Oil Salad has flash, is going to jump away preemptively to ensure their life. Finally, all outers are broken as IWU have gone ahead and broken open this map.
gonna open a cold one with the gamers here on the Rift. I'm gonna crack to open a cold one with the gamers though in the enemy base just quite yet. Only gonna be taking that bot lane outer turret, but gold is gold and the turret is a turret IWU. They are up 2 turrets here in this game, and okay, I think that was a misclick on auto attack. Never mind. I mean, you can do this Baron here. You have this 2.5 item Caitlyn with enough attack speed to force out that super mega death rocket at the very least.
That might be enough to slow them down. You can see they peel off. They say, okay, we don't want to force it. Let's go ahead and play smart. Itemization also ramping up for a lot of the members here. You can take a look. Paradox getting that 2-item power spike in. The Moon, South Shine down as well as the Redemption. Both will keep the carries alive. Exothi as well, hitting that Infinity Edge, looking to do some damage here. Building into a little bit more, 2.5. On the other side, Nabs getting with that Kraken Slayer and Infinity Edge will be shredding through opponents. So everyone's starting to stack up. This next stat check will be very, very important to watch. It'll be very dangerous to Herald as well. You can see here the gold leaning in favor of just about no one. I think the most that I see there is about 1,000 gold in one way or another.
Yeah, more or less here. No blowout advantages in any of these lanes. It is noticeable. I mean, 1k gold. About half an item, depending on which item it is, depending on what part of the game it is. But yeah. Once again, this game really even, just like the last one. Going on a little bit longer. We're past 22 minutes now, and it's a small gold lead here. It's not even 2k right now. Oh, Lord.
And honestly, for about what game 1 was currently sat at, this is about the same, right? We're taking a look down the line. Yes, IWU have a little bit of a lead, but it was even, to say the least. Neither team felt like they had an extensive lead, felt like they had an extensive system in place to take over. And I'm wondering which team is going to take that next step forward, take that next step of, we need to take control, we need to get a lead here. Shun maybe trying to make that happen, but it's both teams playing extremely safe and smart, not wanting to make a single mistake as long as the global objective is up.
Yep, you got about a little under a minute's time until that 4th dragon game. Baron is, of course, up. It is post 20 minutes. No one has taken it since it has since it has initially spawned, I should say, not respawned. And yeah, it's going to be consolidating some control here if you're IWU over this river. Looks like you got a control word in the pit. You got the scuttle picked on up. Put a bunch of darkness down on the rift for RPI to walk into if they want to contest and prevent you from getting a soul point here.
And I think this is going to be the force. We can see it here. They are wandering into death. That automatic ward of the wall is going to be nice. The checks are another thing all in its own right. Golden Ninja and Animosity are currently duking it out, trying to keep each other from teleporting in. Golden Ninja down to about 50% HP. Needs to recall, needs to get back into space. Exothi saying, we can't really challenge it outright, so let's go ahead and force this wave. Get lane pressures in our own. And that'll be something. If IWU draw this out, they will not have the proper lane states, I think, to really force their way in, and because of that, they back up. They do not want to get caught in this crossfire.
Mossity is walking on down. This is just about in range for that call to Forge God. Dragon getting close to about half health. That's a big E. It's going to be a 3-gamer sleep here.
Yep, that's going to be nice. That's going to flood their way in. Triple knockup as well. And the Jinx is online. Flashes out by Nabs and Ruthless. Body block on the headshot. That will be a denial. The ace and hold does no work, but the turnaround is huge. Golden Ninja swats out the backline. Shun and Fable go, where the heck is our team? Sesame Oil Salad is able to live, even though it was a triple knockup. IWU Red do not get all the members that they wish they could have.
The Shock Blast combo here. I'm gonna miss. Still looking for it. And for their troubles. TP coming on in.
That's gonna be a problem. Fable and Shun, they had the right of way at the beginning. The sleep was so good. But look at this Sesame Oil Salad having TP back in. Feels like they can be in control. No dragon to be taken. RPI Red successfully defend against that objective.
Nobody takes that dragon in the end, and RPI actually comes out on top because it is a 3-for-2 in their favor. Exothi just flashing into the backline to help Golden Ninja finish off some of those low health members there. And now it's RPI consolidating control over the river. Starting up this dragon, you got the Caitlyn over the wall. Teleport actually coming out here from Animosity.
I'm not sure you want to TP in that quickly. Animosity was way far ahead of the rest of the team, but they finally get the wave in. You're still dead. It doesn't matter. That might have been a mistake that they do not want. Sesame Oil goes down. Shun was able to grab that kill. Ace in the hole goes in and forces Shun out. But what a colossal mistake. Animosity teleports in way too far ahead.
Yeah, that's a bit of a goof. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just going in way too early there. Yes, Horn is very tanky. Yes, you are 2.5 half items right now. But that's also kind of the entire enemy team there. You're at least able to make it a 1-for-1 there with that over-the-wall play by Shun. Able to go and get that Dustblade proc and just Naruto run on out. I'll hold that thought because the Baron has been started here. Jungler is still available here. Fable is alive, able to contest, but it is that 5 versus 5 on the map right now. If teleports are factored in... Never mind, there's no teleport for Animosity.
Nope. There's nothing that they can do, and... Oh, man.
And with all being said and done, we have that huge fight, and it's about a 1,000 gold differential. Like, something's gonna have to break in this game eventually, and we keep thinking it's gonna be, oh, but you know, this fight, you know, that was huge. 5 people died, you know? What a huge start, you know? They're gonna get dragged, they're gonna break up the game. Nah. I mean, they got the dragon eventually, one of these teams, but, other than that, business as usual, it feels like.
And I think that's very important to mention because we have not seen, at least from RPI's side, one of those big engages in their own right. The most that we've seen, really, is a depth charge come out of Pain and start off a fight, but really it's been IWU Red to put the pressure down the entire time. And I am looking at SOS to try and be that mainstay player. We are still waiting for that all-empowering shockwave to come out to really catch multiple members. It's been used as a reactionary tool. I want to see RPI Red call a team fight on their own, or be allowed to, right? They're not being given the chance. I shouldn't say they're not trying, but we have yet to see them actually be that proactive step forward, been able to catch someone out on their own terms.
Yeah, this game definitely going the distance here, 28 minutes in. Usually games are over by this point. Average game length is 25 to 30 minutes, so that's the halfway point. And IWU seems really definitively ahead right now. We'll see what the straw that breaks the camel's back is.
I mean, where do you think that is going to be, Gopher? You know, I mean, there's so many different areas. We've seen the goal objectives now be fought over time and time again, and not a decisive winner coming out here. At this point, we're on round 6 of the boxing match, and everyone looks pretty beat up across the board.
It's kind of funny because since the game's going on this long, all right, this might just be the big pick.
I think I might have called it. However, the turnaround, we said that this might be the chance. Look at that. First it was Animosity. This time it's Fable. Fable gets caught out. And the death is going to reign supreme. Ace in the hole drops Ruthless down to about 50%. But remember, that's the jungler. Now this Baron could be broken open.
Okay. Oak is still coming through thanks to this Jace from Arcane. The Baron has been started. There is no Deer to contest this. It's really just going to be up to how well can he navigate into this pit, how well can he damage these members, and hopefully just at least get them off the Baron. Call the Forge God.
Alright, they're going to try and run it through, but the Shockwave finally does some work. Ruthless and Nabs have to run away, and because of that, Animosity has to stand in the front line, down to about 50% HP, drawn back into the fight. RPI Red burning through that tank. We said they had no real access to that back line, but Shun says, I'll do it for you. Jumps into the front. That's going to be a charge. Nabs gets stunned up, flashing away, Exhaust able to keep him alive. The zap almost takes their life. And once again, no decisive winner. Are you kidding me?
3 for 2 in the end. Able to get this QW combo.
Oh, Nabs! Nabs got the root and gets the kill.
Oh, Sesame was really close there, but not able to land the command attack into the dissonance there. In the end, it's a 3 for 3 here. Neither team grabs Baron. One of these teams looking to set up for Dragon at least, but that's 40 seconds on out, and we're just back to business as usual once again.
I mean, that's what goes. It's just simple, as always say. Just, all right, We get a couple fights. We get a couple kills. That's enough. But the objectives are the main thing. We are taking a look. This dragon will come up in a minute once again, and that's going to be the big timer, right? We have to keep eyes on that one. Setting up for RPI Red. There's a couple wards in the back line that'll spot them out, so IWU will have knowledge. But how quickly can they get on it? Oh my god, Exothi said, get out of my face.
It's a 5.5 item. Caitlyn drops the decent hole there. This Lilia that hasn't built any armor, does have a bunch of health at least here, good Fable, but no armor means you're just gonna need a lot from that point and click ability. Top lane, different story though.
Golden Ninja.
Yeah, you're not. Wait.
I mean, you can dance. You're
They might be
stalling for
outing.
time, I think, is all you're doing here. However, you've drawn enough people away. Teleport coming in for this Baron. It's going to be a try and trade. IWU, though, a little bit late to this call. It is burning down very, very quickly, though. They may get the Baron, but this might be dangerous to their lives. Flash over the wall. Might be coming in. No, it is taken. Now they got to run. Fable is sped up. Fable is extremely fast, and they say we can't take this fight. I think that is the right call. All 5 members scattered to the wind. Sole point for RPI Red, but Baron to IWU Titan Sword.
RPI. feels
Oh,
like just
animosity.
half a foot there. Okay. Not sure over it just yet.
No, Animosity, you tried to give an item. This might be your downside again. You TP'd into the enemy team. That's going to be a Q not landing just in time. Pain wants to chase, though. They know they need to get this kill.
That's
Good
a
buffer
big
on the Bell's
sleep.
Breast, but that's still a kill. Sleep, though, comes through. The buff on top, but they are staying alive. Remember that Ivan is keeping them all up and
This
tanking.
shockwave
Fable
whips.
becomes a Fable on the back line. Another draw in forces IWU to continue this battle. Nav says, please let me live. I am the ADC, and you're able to stay away. Look at Navs. Look at Navs. Stay away. The Rocket's doing so much work. No Zap lands, though. RPI Red. They got the kills that they wanted. They only traded one back, and you know what? That's a score that they're happy to take.
Yeah, they should be forfeiting the mid turret here, but that's 2 Baron buffs down. That is a lot of this Baron buff wasted. It might not be over quite yet. Soon playing the recall cancellation game because you do have Baron buff, you have Jinx. And we'll get this turret. You have Jinx hammering away at this turret. Like, Kane season 1.
I mean, you can't do that, Nabs. You might be able to shred through your tank enemies, but you can't deal with Exothi, who is sitting on that headshot. As soon as you see that headshot up, you are at a loss. The chance that they had is a problem. 11-1-4. Once again, Exothi looking like the primary carry for this team.
Definitely the primary carry right now. Has 11 of their teams, 17 kills right now. Truly an epic gamer of all time, putting it into the speak before gamer became a very ironic. But to just discuss on another day, we just focus back on the rift here. 2.5 minutes until the next dragon. That is basically all the Baron buffs taken away. Baron buffs should have expired anyways here. No. Alright, still up for a little bit, but not the biggest Baron power play to say the least. You got a little bit, but you also
Gave him a decent amount, and it's only a little bit of a drop in the bucket. Still, at this late point in the game, unless we're seeing a 2 to 3K lead, it's not going to be any difference. This is still on a hair's breadth, but look at that headshot! Look at that chance! Ruthless has to get behind the rest of the team. Naz is taking low quite well, and that is not a great start to IWU. They need to get this fight. Double knock up into the tanks. That is a problem. RPI have looked like powerhouses on the team, and look at Golden Ninja coming in from the flank. Low HPs across the board on IWU's sword side. This is a problem. The wave state is in favor. RPI Red. What a challenge. What a brutalization by Exothi.
yeah, I mean, that's a full build Caitlyn. You don't want to be eating headshots. You don't want to be eating ace in the holes unless your name is Animosity right now. Siege coming on through here. Kurt will be taking quite a bit. Taking quite low, but the poke is coming back through. Dark Blast to add up quite a bit. There is a super mega death rock. You're taking these members even lower. Base still stands.
I mean, RPI Red, they're just playing this one smart and simple. They know Dragon's coming up. If they get this soul, it will give them so much extra safety against IWU. IWU's composition is built on this this poke early on from the Jace, from the Lilia, just trying to get you low enough for Nabs to clean up behind. If you get the shield, if you get pretty much 4 stacks of this extra armor and magic resist. I want to say that's about, I keep forgetting the changes. I think it's 4%, I think, each dragon. It's painful. You take a look down the side, all of a sudden IWU are like, man, we're doing so much less damage. That single tank item on the side of Golden Ninja will be enough to sustain them. So much to kind of think about here, and IWU cannot let it go. They were in the lead on the dragon score, and they let the last 3 slip through their fingers.
Yeah, and you don't giving it the next one. A 4 Mountain Earth Soul means you're very tanky. That is a 1 gamer sleep there. It does land onto the MVP.
Oh, yes, it does, but look, that's going to be pain getting locked up. A Golden Ninja goes right in the middle. Yes, you are pretty dang tanky, but that is going to be a little bit of a draw in. You will die. A little bit of slap on the back of the head means you are dead, but take a look. Ornn is taken quite low. Remember, pain is just the support. Golden Ninja is also dead, and that's going to be a challenge. They have to get back. As you said, the base is currently being taken over. Shun said, please, let me have the chance. TP coming in from Sesame Oil Salad, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough. Exothi saying, hey, let me have that chance. Oh, the hook lands. Exothi fires away. Shun is now on the back end. Has to try and push, has to kill Sesame Oil Salad if that's able to happen. That could be game ender. Shun dancing away. That's going to be a TP back. They're going to try and recall. Shun not able to get the kill, and instead is going to look at the final Nexus towers. Are you kidding me? This backdoor could be immaculate. Down goes that tower, but Exothi is going to be left to push. Take a look at what's happening. Can Exothi challenge up? Can Exothi be able to trade in their value? Death timers are quite long, so you at least get the inhibitor, but I don't think you can end. Oh, Paradox. Paradox has flash. Wants to take that challenge instead. Is going to keep running. I mean, are they going to try and end? Oh my gosh. Yeah, but look at that chunk. They wanted to get 1 Nexus Tower. That's all they wanted.
Yeah. You got a dragon up. Also got this Jace looking like that. Able to zip on, zoom out of
the snack that bites back.
Yeah, the
pain.
Back.
That's going to be a challenge. Take a look, though.
Don't have your jungler here, but looks like that'll be fine. You now have the Mountain Soul. All those extra resists going to be very handy to have against the poke coming your way. Really just going to help dampen this Jace's effectiveness. But with all these recalls, this is Baron here.
Yeah, RPI are going to trade it out. They realize they don't have a chance on this Baron. They buffed against 2 Barons now. I believe they have no fear in their hearts. They're going to say it's okay. We'll give Baron, we'll get through the temporary buff and instead look for the permanent. Keep eyes because this could be the final set of fights. The chase is on. Here's a shockwave lands and they get the root as well, but Fable is tanky enough. Sesame Oil Salad has now used that shockwave, which needs to come back up.
It is late game Orianna. Say that, there's 2.5 items here, but not the longest cooldown. They'll be back up. Surely you can already see about a third of the way back on up. Cupcake line comes on out. And yeah.
I mean, it's just everyone's kind of on that nice edge. You can see it here. At this time, death timers are closer to 45 and 50 seconds depending. There is a bounty on Shun's head as well, meaning his death time will be even longer, but I mean, RPI, they don't have to force anything. Keep in mind, they're okay waiting. The Elder Dragon will be one to play for as well, but this Baron only lasts for another minute and a half or so. And this is also getting a lot of gold back into SOS's pockets to build that Rabadons and so on.
Extremely handy here. So you do want SOS to start making some progress in this game. Hasn't had the best of times on Orianna. 0 and 5 will do that too, but I mean, they've been keeping their hand in the game. Not to be confused with the High School Musical song. Because Baron buff is being stalled out.
I think that's going to be enough, but Animosity getting a little bit too close for comfort, and I'm just waiting for that perilous moment that things explode and everything shatters into a million pieces. Here, another headshot lands as Fable was able to get that Zonja. As you can see there, it's keeping them alive a great deal more. But Exothi, once again, great headshot playing inside the bushes, and this, I think, is going to be their mainstay. Paradox and Exothi are going to look to be those bullies, but look at the top side. Top side is now losing out. Animosity is winning on a heavy edge there. And this is going to be the problem. You take a look, every single lane is currently being pressured by IWU, trying to use this Baron to the last bit of efficiency.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a Renekton into Ornn late game. You really just can't up through the mountain go deity god thing. But we're going to open another base trait here. Despite the headshots, Baron buff not much longer for this world.
Uh-oh. Animosity has to flash away. Keep in mind, that's only to try and keep them safe. The headshot is up and available, but Fable looking to chase down. They're forcing their way to the last inhibitor towers. Remember, the base is open. I mean, they're taking that chance. Headshot comes in, though. That is going to be Navs. Ace in the hole eats up. But again, they gotten what they wanted. A completely exposed base. There is not a single tower left on the board. RPI red, our bleeding red, as a single mistake will cost them the game.
And when all is said and done, it's now a 3K goal difference almost. The largest this game has seen so far. And yeah, we even see the Anthemus James actually come out from Fable. That is going to help a lot. That 30% damage reduction against this Caitlyn. Because you've seen what those headshots can do. And surely the next fight is the one that breaks open the camel's back.
We said that about multiple fights. We said that about so many different fights that have gone on, and yet we don't truly know. At the same time, as well, that extended indifference on the CC will mean Exothi is dead in the waters if it's hit next time. That is going to be the other side. If Exothi is able to build a 6 complete item, that'll be a question in its own right, which will be a lot of fun to see. But, I mean, everyone's just posturing. You can see it here. I mean, who do you think gets the jump? Go for Who do you think is going to get that jump? Well, okay, that was a hook. I almost thought it was there.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I think this hook gets the jump here, because you land that hook on it to Ruthless.
Oh!
That's a one-tap.
That is very close to one time. Once again, they are low, but take a look at this fight breaking out. It's a 4v5 because look who's in the backline. Shoot is trying to finish off this game. They have to draw a teleport back. Look at the quick retreat. They're going to go ahead and get back in. Double teleports is used. Exothi left on their own. Shun is going to try and end the game. Yua jumped on. Yua knocked back, but that's going to be the kill. Shun trying to flash, but that's the auto attack, and they get the kill back. Exothi got a kill before they fell because of that. The draw is in, but Navs is looking to roll through and the job has been done. IWU Sword looking to slice through the rest of the opponents, but it's still a trade 3 against 3. Mid and top for RPI, top and ADC for IWU.
Yeah, this is like such an annoying state to be in as RPI, because it's like, yeah, we're winning this fight, but since your base is exposed, you just have to sound all the alarms and like, hold on, we need to get our butts back there ASAP, and it's a pain to deal with, to say the least.
Honestly, though, this Elder is going to be a big question mark. We've talked about the hard differences that both these teams have, and honestly, it's just closing out some of these kills. If IWU are able to pull this off, if they're able to get the Elder, this is RPI dead in the water, right? Their tanks are going to explode in a second. They will not be able to deal with that execution. RPI on the other side, I mean, you just burned 2 teleports for 1. All right, no, I don't think at all. So you just lost out on that value, and you have to leave 1 pretty much in your base at all times. You do not have a choice at all.
Yeah, it definitely does kind of feel like that. Thankfully, the inhib down is in the mid lane, which still gives you easy access to this Elder if you are contesting. Already been started up here by IWU. And they're just gonna have to muscle their way in here, RPI. The Dragon already so low, I think it's kind of donezo. You can't contest. It's taken. You need to get out of here.
I mean, there's not a chance in the world. This feels like it's going to be the end fight, and look at what's up on the board as well. IWU have gotten the Barons in the past, and this time is no different. They push out the mid wave. They rotate as a squad, and RPI realize this is all they're going to get. Temporary is as temporary does, but temporary for those 3 minutes, it's going to feel like IWU are indomitable.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to walk in here. There's an Ornn in the way. There's a Chase in the way. You can very easily 3-gamer this Baron, as we see right here. That is already down. You got both the super buffs here. As IWU, you're just missing out on the soul.
What did they
buy? Probably going to be the climactic fight.
Okay.
I saw that in Asher's.
Yep, we all did, but the GA I think is the right call, and that is almost happening. Needs a little bit more AD. Not only that, keep yourself alive a little bit more. Look at the zap already. It is do or die time. The poke is going to come in thick and heavy. Top lane inhibitor burned down in a second. They have to call the draw. That's going to be the horn comes in, but doesn't get the triple knockup. Instead, it's going to be the burn. Take a look at Shun. Shun really wants to get this fight off. The front-to-back fight is not going in their favor. IWU are chewing through RPI Red. RPI Red fall. It will be GG to IWU Sword. They will push for a game 3.
Alrighty. We are going to game 3 in not the way we expected here. That game kind of felt dead even until the very end. It literally took getting both Elder and Baron there to finally crack it on open. And it really just came down to the fact that Shun able to get so much damage done on those turrets, opening up the base in every single lane. It felt like it's like, yeah, you got to deal with me. What are you gonna do? And yeah, game 3.
I'm excited to see what they can bring out. Of course, this does mean that we saw the exact same thing from game 1 and 2. Things were even across the board and came down to almost a backdoor straight through the front door for the likes of IWU Sword. We'll see what game 3 has to offer. Please don't go anywhere. The ECAC here with Esports U will continue in just a bit. We are here now with the finale. I've gone through the haze. It is time to finally put an end to this series. That was a 45-minute game. I would like to reiterate, 45, might as well have been 2 games. We are now on to game 4, if you will. This has been a time and a half for both these teams, RPI Red as well as IWU Titan Sword. Both teams fighting it out for a chance at getting a dub. And I mean, this has been a challenge, Go for
It's definitely been a marathon here. I can also give it that accolade. So we have been going the distance. We have gone the distance in terms of the series. We also have gone the distance in terms of just pure game length here. Thanks in no small part to that game number 2. But we'll see how it concludes here on the final game of the day here.
I'm excited to see it because, of course, we are getting straight into draft. These teams wasted no time getting underway. We do have a little bit of a swap as well. IWU will be on the blue side this time around as RPI Red have opted for their namesake to try and shake things up. This will also hopefully force out a change in the bans.
Yep, we'll see what the change is here. Zillion, though, being banned once again, that's no real surprise. And I have a feeling that even though maybe some of the bans might change here, the vast majority of them are going to be like, yeah, we kind of expected that one. On par for the course.
Which ones do you think RPI are going to be focused on, though? Because honestly, that mid lane has now been a significant problem for them. Shun has been so powerful on 2 now very unique champions. If you take a look at it, right, the Sylas and the Jace do provide 2 different values, but it was still overwhelming. Do we see a heavier focus there? Do we see maybe a give of a counterpick over to SOS?
Maybe. I'm definitely leaning towards the counterpick here because you are red side now. You can just R5 mid here and just guarantee a counterpick because in both the previous matchups, Sesame was kind of in the counter pick. Well, got counterpicked, kind of also counterpicked themselves in that game number 1. So I want to see the R5 here for Sesame and just make sure you have a nice and dandy lane matchup there because it has been rough here, like you did mention, Orbital.
We'll see what they can do. Getting into this 5th ban here. Total for this game. Illinois Wesleyan saying, what do we want to focus? And it will be that LeBlanc. There was no change up on the side of RPI, so the LeBlanc is still taken away. Don't want to give that one to SOS, which I can appreciate. Here it comes. The final ban here. What do they look at? There's a Sylas. There's a Jace. Both of those were, again, counterpicks, as you said. Do you want to focus Shun down once again, or do you want to look elsewhere? I think that's appropriate. You take away the Jace. It was a little bit too powerful. And I think they're also saying it could even be a blind pick.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what the call is here. There we go. Alright, got that all set up. B1 Graves here for IWU. Another heavy farming jungler does not have the same engage potential as that Lilia, but it is kind of like a second marksman in a sense from the jungle here. Response, though, going to be that Jinx insta-lock in or Exithy. Can definitely hard carry in this, but not as lane dominant as their 2 previous champions. And we have Pain be able to dominate that lane and generate nice leads for the RPI side there. Maybe they'll be taking a bit of a weak side back foot here. The Scion locked in here. Might be going to Paradox once again in that jungle. Could also just be going top lane.
I like it. I really do like that Jinx pickup, just saying Exothia and Pain have done so much work before. Go ahead, grab it, take it away from Nabs. Go ahead, hyperscale into the late game. What do Illinois Wesleyan do want to pick up, though? That's going to be the other side of the question. How do we want to work this? The Neela, that's its own question mark above ground there, and I'm going to sit there and go, okay. Let's see what they pair with it.
Yeah, the Rakan is up. That pairs pretty decently with it. The Jarek is also up. I know that's another option. The Rakan just has the option to dash in as well. That's definitely one way to put the pressure on in this bot lane, because Neela does opt for much more aggressive builds nowadays. Now that the shield bow is no longer a rushable mythic, you are seeing much more collector rushes coming out. And then going into that Gale Force will be great to just get on top of this Jinx, make sure Exithy kind of loses those all-ins, but the Braum coming out here for Pain, the Crushing Blow is going to be a nice little deterrent from the double jump in here from the enemy bot lane.
And not just that, the slowing potential, right? You pair that with the Scion, it's going to be a problem. Taking a look now, RPI still going for that mid lane. I mean, this is stock standard, but SOS now getting hammered as well. The Syndra, this is pinching the likes of SOS. This is now forcing them to almost decide, hey, how far down the champion pool do you want to dig? Because you keep this in mind, multiple bans thrown at Shun, as well as SOS. Shun so far has a much more enjoyable time. If we see that blind pick come out, it's the same situations in games 1 and 2. That is the problem. That is the, I just want to say the ultimatum that's being laid out, right? Either way, it feels like RPI are not going to win this one. Both champions from games 1 and 2 now banned away. Illinois Wesleyan throwing down the gauntlet.
I want to be okay though. Sandra actually, so definitely a new take here for Sesame in the mid lane. Gonna offer a lot of control here. Does lean towards putting a lot of eggs in the exit basket. It depends what you lock in for a Golden Ninja in the top lane or Paradox in the jungle, because you could look to pick up a second carry here, like that Jax we saw in game number 1. The Gwen coming out, that works well into the Scion eventually, if you think about that in terms of laning phase. But Lux mid, interesting. That's something we've really seen in quite a bit. In fact, your only real competitive stint has been as a support in these previous few years when paired with the Caitlyn.
And the fact of the matter that you put it on Shun of all people, who has been dominantly aggressive, says a lot about how IWU are currently facing. That's a lot more pushed up into the top side. And now we get to see a change as well. Golden Ninja going on to that Jax once again, but against a Gwen of all things. Going from those tank kind of, I want to say, wrecking ball compositions to straight up lane dominance. You look at it, top lane now going to be those bully sets. In that jungle side, Fable wanting to go for the bully. The bot side is going to be explosive to say the least. Mid lane is actually going to be one of the quieter ones, I think.
Yeah, the Lux here for Shun should have the advantage, especially early on, because you will outrange that Lissandra and be able to poke her on down. You have the first strike as well. That's also going to give you a nice little chunk of change and a nice little bit of burst here to make sure that Sesame is not able to get these early roams on down. Of course, once 6 comes through and the Frozen Tomb is available, that's a different story then. But until then, you know, things are pretty hunky-dory if you are Lux.
You're safe. And so taking a look at IWU currently moving through this setup, my thought process is, well, where do you want to put all that pressure in? Because now you need to almost ensure that either Nabs or Animosity gets off the ground. Yes, Fable can do the same, but Shun was a huge part. So for IWU, Titan Sword, where do you want to see a lot of their resources go or see their lanes excel? Still Shun in the mid lane, or are you hoping to have a more preferred lane be that, hey, we're going to break out and be that hyper carry?
It's definitely going to be less of the Shun show this game. The biggest question for me is how Fable decides to play. If they go for the very greedy Graves, where if you're just constantly farming, constantly counter-jungling, just soloing objectives, or if you are going to look to do some ganks here, try and get your lanes ahead, because you can definitely look bot, you have very strong all-in, you're able to go in yourself and hopefully just keep Exothy out of this game. You can also look top and get this Gwen snowball and go for Animosity, and we'll see what the game plan here is for these gamers on the Rift in this exclusive game.
It is all laid bare. This will be the final test to see who comes out with the dub. Getting into game 3, it is Illinois Wesleyan University Titan Sword to go up against Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute Red. Teams facing off here. They have enjoyed an amazing onslaught between games 1 and 2, but this will be the finale, whether they like it or not. Payne setting up in the front. No invade, to say the least. Just going to enjoy a little bit of a dance. Enjoy the ice cream sandwich of a shield. Enjoy the cool and hopefully be that front line that the team needs.
Much happened. Anything I expect here would be maybe Shun is able to get an early mana early strike damage. And, delaying the take of that word. I don't know. I think there's just a bit of fun between the lads there on that one. Everyone just getting me go into their lanes here.
And for Animosity, this I think this is still going to feel good. You take a look at what's set up. Animosity has also had some interesting plays, but now you get a chance at hard dueling against the Jax if you get up and above, so really keep an eyes on that one. Golden Ninja, though, going back to the old and faithful. If you're able to get some extended trades in, that's great. Also going for the lethal tempo this time around, not going that Grasp of the Undying, which is appropriate.
The lethal tempo just going to help you really stick out in these extended trades here. Grass definitely nice because it lets you sustain in lane, lets you stack up a little bit of extra health here, but against the Gwen, you do really want to go toe-to-toe here because that Gwen is going to be much more of a menace than a Poppy in the 1v1, especially once you're talking about 1-2 items on in. And yeah, definitely a little feisty in the top side here. Wouldn't be too surprised if we see one of these gamers drop low in the top lane, but
I mean, they did the
not
same in
quite
game
yet.
2, right? Like they would
Yeah.
drop. They were sitting at like 200 the whole time.
Yeah, really, really low. Like, and game number 1 as well. This entire series. See if that continues this game. Other than that, though, definitely got some very feisty trading across the rift here.
Control, though, handed over to Animosity on the top side. Huge wave crashing into the tower here. A little bit of a low one in the bot side. Exothi. These are situations where we're both seeing. I think we're going to see CS differentials for a while, right? You take a look at the bot side. Currently 19 for Exothi. Did not run that call, which, by the way, Nabs ran in game 2, instead going for the bully of the Dorans. It's very interesting to see the takes between both ADC players. Nabs going for a bit more farm style, a little bit more safety, passivity, and Exothi just going straight up for kill pressure.
Oh, there's the knock up. No follow-up just quite yet. As Neela really wants to build a little bit of a level lead with that extra XP from the passive. Okay, bloody trade in the top lane. He does also kind of want to back here and get a serrated Dirk because that just gives you a lot more kill threat here with that extra bit of early armor pen. Scuttle Wars, though, underway. Gank. That was the root hit.
Oh, so close. Good flash out by SOS. Shun, unfortunately, did not land the binding. Good first attempt, unfortunately, though. That's 2 flashes for 1.
Yep, a 2 for deal. We call it in the biz. And RPI technically coming out on top in that trade. And yeah, everyone's going to go back to some aggressive trading, back to a little bit of farming. See a bit of an invade, actually, from Fable here, but nothing in this top side just quite yet. Waiting for these Krugs to respawn and then maybe looking for it, but no, just opting for the back here.
I think that's appropriate, right? You go ahead, recall. You know Dragon's on the table coming up in about 30 seconds. You want control over that. IWU last time, they had control over the first 2 and then lost out on the next 4. And so it's, do they want to control that macro game again? They don't exactly have the most power in the bot side right now. Neither side really do. And so it is kind of that big question. Fable looking to clear out their top side. Scuttle taken by Paradox, so information granted on all ends. Paradox, ooh, looking for a little bit of fun.
Yeah. First Scuttle here, so both junglers each nabbing 1 apiece, and Paradox at least gonna take away the small wolves here. He is spotted out. Does not have prio in any of the side lanes either, so yeah, you gotta get out of here. Already see the claps coming on in. Does not have flash, has ghost, gets rooted on up. Gonna pop the soul furnace for the shield there and eat about half their health in pittance.
Which I think is, this is kind of the gamble you took, right? You took the gamble of trying to invade, trying not to be seen. Shun had prio over mid, so now Paradox is in trouble. Both junglers going with the, if you can't have it, nobody can, or if I can't have it, nobody
Six
can.
available. You gotta be wary of this Lysandra clawing over the wall here from Sesame and just hitting you with that ulti, but Paradox really low from all this sustained buckshot here. In the end, Paradox is the one losing out on the jungle camp.
I think that's appropriate. Again, Fable having a great time. Bot side now being pressured in on their own. IWU, Nabs has tried their best, but still down about 20 CS. We were talking about it before, remember. Exothi and Pain were looking at the kill feeds. This time around, looking more like the CS leads will be in their favor, and we'll really have to keep track of that one. Exothi not going to have that insane burst into the scene. into this game.
Right,
A little bit of
yeah,
slow.
Oh, here, no.
Fable just pushing him out of lane.
Really close there. Oh, it does not have the collateral damage. Never mind. If Fable had that ultimate, definitely would have. Definitely would have. Gonna start up the chem deck here. You got Crown bot. You got Crown mid. Very easy pickup. Now we have Sands or Butts. Unless, no, there's no Super Mega Death Rocket to steal this. So, yeah.
Not gonna be a chance. Instead,
Oh
it
no,
is
why are
just
you
a pickup.
panning here, Samantha? Why are you panning?
Oh no, not gonna hit level 6. Not gonna be level
is
6
like-
in time.
This is like environmental storytelling.
That's the whole
The
point.
observer just pans to bot casually like, what do you know that we don't, Samantha?
A lot, apparently. We're seeing the jump in. Ruthless just trying to get some value in this bot lane. There's level 6. Xathi happy to take that one. Topside has already hit level 7, and these two have been the closest to getting a kill on the board. Both Golden Ninja and Animosity running it pretty much into the depths. You can see the challenge of the itemization. Golden Ninja going for 2 smalls, whereas the Blast Swan for Animosity has given them a little bit of pushing power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just opting in for Blasting Wand makes sense. Great first item. Great wave clear. Great miss on that bind. Lots of greats happening in this game. Yeah, there's nothing too much to talk about. It's been a very calm game, all things considered. There's definitely been some aggression here and there. There was that counter jungle attempt. There were a few attempts at kills, but nothing really hard committed, or at least nothing that anyone couldn't get out of here, because by this point in last game, we had, I think, 7 or 8 kills on the board.
Mm-hmm. In both games, 1 and 2, by the way. It was not just one game.
Yeah, I know game 1 definitely had some early kills. I just can't remember. I felt like this were. Either way, though. All's well that ends well. I don't know what that has to do anything with this, but just a nice bit of breather here on the Rift.
You see it there, it's also allowed for a little bit of the underlying subterfuge almost come in. You can see some deep wards placed in. Golden Ninja, I think, dropped that pink ward pretty deep into IWU's territory. And just saying we need information, right? We need to keep eyes on where the opponent is. And that gives them complete coverage to push their way into Animosity's side. Instead, we're seeing a dance on the spot lane. That's going to be a flash out, flash in, quickness
Counter
scatter
gank.
up. But this is the counter gank that they want. Paradox rolls in, does not get the knockup, gets it slow instead. Flash out by Fable, and no one dies. Welcome to the first initiation. Nabs, though, taken quite low, dashes in. A dash in as well from Ruthless, and they're just exchanging greetings. No one falls really below half health except for Pain.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if IWU falls below half health, then they have to be really careful, because now there is a Super Mega Death Market, unlike the last time we discussed it at that Dragon, and Samantha menacingly just panned on over to bot lane. Very conniving. There's the root coming on out. I think there's Recon on low. No first blood.
Alright. Take a guess. Over under 15 minutes for first blood.
Under.
Under.
Under
All right.
percent, though.
Yeah. Alright, I deserve that one. What time are you thinking then? What minute? Let's hear it.
It's 10:14, 10:15. Probably 12 minutes, I want to say.
Okay. That seems reasonable, especially with Herald coming up on the board. Easy fight for both junglers, as well with the top laners trying to get in value. SOS has been able to stay alive, unfortunately losing out in the CS department. Almost 2.5 waves behind here. Very, very difficult to say the least. And Shun is just having a blast. Literally does not care with that final spark, just firing it off, looking for a chance to get a kill. Out of a route in. This is almost a problem. Shun, if that final spark was up, could have been a kill.
Yeah. I mean, without that final spark here, not a lot of kill threat. And then Sesame does have Ignite, but is pretty low on mana. Only had an Amp Tome in that all-in, so Lysandra, not exactly known for her damage, and especially not known for her damage on just an Amp Tome. Yeah.
It's going to be that challenge, so we'll see what they can do. Once again, just clearing out some of those objective golds here. That's going to be a good zap. Nabs taking quite low, about 40%, 45%. Xathi and Pain taking advantage of no support there. With Dragon coming up, though, that is an Infernal. That is one that teams do want to play for. Take a look, though. Paradox looking to cause some problems here. Jumps over the wall, is spotted, and now this is going to be that fight. As you said, in about 12 minutes, it's going to be perfect to dive underneath the tower. But the charm works as Paradox is forced away. And surprisingly enough, Ruthless and Nabs survive. We said there was going to be a kill, but instead it's all safety. Well played by Nabs and Ruthless.
It is very hard to dive a Nyla Recon here in this bot lane. Like, between the Nyla ultimate and the quickness, like, you will just be locked under that turret for what seems like eons, or about half a Morgana bind. And you do not want to risk that. We even, okay, on the top side.
That's going to be a jump for jump, a little bit of a runaway. Animosity trying to jump forward. The final clip is going to be there. Animosity takes first blood. Mid lane as well, Shun and SOS having a tangle of their own. Good ward in front though. Shun out of mana.
Shun is completely out of mana unless they have a fully stacked mana flow here.
There it is.
We'll really be getting that back up anytime soon. There is the apotheosis.
And now we're getting a fight on the bot side. Big low fight here, and that's going to be a challenge against the wall. Kill for kill, blow for blow. The ADCs are down, but Fable and Ruthless have a bit more damage behind, and they're calling down for SOS. Ruthless and Fable do not want to continue this fight. IWU will go ahead and be somewhat okay with that exchange.
1 for 1. But look where the kills went, and support got it here for IWU, and jungler got it here for RPI, so RPI probably on the favorable end of that. Does mean they have to cede a little bit of never mind. They don't have to cede control over the dragon because everybody is backing.
Well, first blood, just like you said, though. That's I think that's appropriate in its own right. But as you said, everyone relinquishing control, making sure to stay safe. They do not want to make a mistake, and this is something that we do see a lot of the times in Game 3s is, well, either we go kind of to the wall with a lot of our fights, or we play super safe. We don't want to make that one mistake that breaks open the game because it's very tense in that nature, and I think we're seeing the latter.
Definitely a few oopsies here and there. No big blowout leads, though. Biggest differential is in the top lane. You have that first blood. You have about 25 CS up on the opponent, so that is a noticeable gap here when it comes to economy, when it comes to champion strength. You're going to be popped in bot lane here. Blades are down, though, so you're not going to be getting that extra bit of change. You're just looking to pick up this first turret here. Should be able to nab it.
It's going to be a nice one. That's probably the easiest tower we've seen go down so far in this series. I think that is the calmest one we've seen as well. And even with the tower going down, we're seeing that exchange of blows. Take a look at the gold difference, 1,300 in the top side. Animosity taking control this time around. And in the mid lane, an exchange as well. Golden Ninja wants to close that gap, though. And Animosity is like, look, you use everything. You don't really have too much left. That's going to be the Needles. A good jump away to stay safe. Needlework is going to do its job. A jump in the mid lane, though, as Shun instead will follow the final punch from the Axe Wielder.
What if you wanted to move? But then there's the Lissandra Braum and Scion diving you.
Ultimate season.
Yeah, you don't get to play League. Yeah, you don't get to play League of Legends in that case here if you are Shun. But you are going to be able to get this second turret up in the top side. So IWU definitely coming out to a nice early lead now here with the two dragons, with the extra gold from these first two turrets. Feeling fine and dandy.
This is one of the more solid leads. I actually think this is the largest gold lead that we've seen pre 20 minutes in this entire series. We are looking at a 3K lead, 2.93K. And that, I think, might stick depending on the pace of the game so far. IWU Titan Sword are going to be enjoying this one. You can go ahead, recall. You can see some of the items coming out here, namely in Shun and Animosity, well and above their lane opponents. This is going to be helpful in the upcoming sets and the upcoming exchanges. With bot lane broken open, you can see Nabs and Ruthless rotating mid. And they're actually putting Animosity in the bot lane to allow Shun to try and have coverage on the top.
Yep, just going to be splitting up the map here. No real objectives, so might as well just try and farm up the waves here. You have an advantageous side lane matchup with this Gwen. Going to be able to go toe-to-toe with either Golden Ninja or Sesame.
Looking, seeing exactly what they want to play for. IWU setting themselves up for what could be a major macro shift. Herald will be up soon. Animosity, though, the one to eat just about all the damage. That's how you pull down a CC lock. That's going to be a death thanks to 3. Jump forward, though. That's going to be a flash root, something that didn't happen earlier. An exchange back as Golden Ninja tries to get away. Exhaust goes down, though. A final auto attack will take it. Shun gets that kill.
Very close to getting out of that one. But in the end, it is a 1-for-1. Both top laners dropping. Mid turret a little under threat here.
Uh-oh, now another fight breaks out. Good quickness in and a jump forward by the Neela, but not going to happen. Root on the back line, though. Look at this kill. Nabs is going to fall early. Exothi will fall as well, and now they will turn onto the Scion. A chase by Fable, though, with the speed ups, is going to get close, but Pain will not die. SOS looking to put down the SOS. Claw goes out, but he's still on the same side. Animosity is like, come on, bring it. I want to do it.
That's 3 teleports. And nobody drops after any teleports for Chan. And hey, great fight pick up there for IWU.
Well, Animosity still wants some. I love the fact that it's only the ADCs that died, right? Only the ADCs are like, come on. Why are we the only ones dead?
Yeah. Yeah, Exothi just kind of got hit with the fatty Lux flank there, and this Lux with the Spark Boots, with the Ludens, you have 0 magic resist against that, so have fun with that one.
We will hopefully see a little bit more as the tower once again is down, but SOS this time around has also looked a lot better. We were talking about it before. We wanted SOS to have a little bit better time here in game number 3, have a chance at it, and you went ahead and grabbed the Lysandra first. You didn't really get full blind pick. The Lux has done its job in keeping the CS lead, but you're 1-0-1. This is much better than what you thought. Right now, Herald is going to be started up. IWU going ahead and handling business here. And RPI Red can't really do much about it. Gonna have to let it go.
Yeah, they would have to really force their way into it, but you can already see Hera heading towards their bot side jungle here, so not on the table. Just gonna call that one on off. I'm on the Rift. I say that as that happens in top side, but won't be able to finish the kill.
It is going to be that challenge here. Calm on the Rift for a time. Small little damage here and there. The main thing is that Herald being dropped as quick as it was gathered. With Dragon coming up, IWU are saying we want to break open this mid lane. You have done so. But how much more can you get a binding across the board? Shun says thank you very much. Dragon is up. It is going to be a Cloud Dragon and Soul to play for.
We'll see. Both these teams definitely want to set up control here. IWU already on 2 stacks of Dragon for themselves, 2 of those juicy jibbies, as we call them in the business sometimes, and they are starting up this Dragon. Scion for Paradox, muscling their way on in. There's the quickness popped.
They're going to try. Laser goes across the back line, but look at the front line. That's going to be a rocket to roll over. Remember, Exothi has perfect options. Double kill, looking for a triple. Not going to get it, but it's enough. The assist behind line. Shun getting dueled out by Golden Ninja and has to run away. Fable has to do the same. It is a Dragon taken away as RPI Red say thank you very much.
They're able to grab a 3-for-0 in this fight. In the Dragon. Great turnaround there. Able to bring the gold lead back within whispering distance. Usually you say shouting distance, but when the top gold lead of this game was 3k and now it's down to about 1.5k, that's definitely more of a whispering distance. And 2 kills on your Jinx. That's pretty damn big. Great force in there by RPI, just recognizing like, hey, you know what? We can just work our way into this pit. We have this Jinx that won't be touched. We have this CC locked to just pop up their back line. And we will win. Positive mentality.
I think that's great to have. Always have positive mentality, never negative mentality. If you have negative mentality, we got some issues. Looking here, though, they're going to look to try and push their way around. Baron is currently on the table. I don't think either team has the amount of damage or pressure that they want to even get major wars around that field. Instead, it is keeping control of mid lane. You can see the wars being drawn here. IWU setting up on the top side of mid. On the bot side, RPI are trying to drop their pinks as well as a deep singular ward. This can bring about a lot of blood if played properly. Ping's going down in the mid lane as RPI Red are looking to try and get something while things are quiet.
Nothing too much on the map. Green Baron is up. It is only 22 minutes, not even. So it is pretty hard to take this early. And poor Nabs. They've not really been having a good time here as this Nyla.
No. Just working their way forward. Has tried their best. Does have the flash ghost. And remember, that champion does have the ability to pop off just as hard. If you all group up, man, you are in trouble. Look at the flank on the side, though. Animosity saying, hey, let's have some fun. Let's duke it out. Golden Ninja does have TP available. But this is a good old NA ARAM, right? Everyone gathers up in mid. No one else has really anything to do on the side. So instead, just group together. Have some fun. Fable, though, that's going to be a flash into the team and quickly jumps right back out. And that is going to be a problem.
Oh.
You are lost in the sauce. We almost had to pan away from that death. A mistake that will cost them dearly. IWU lose control of Baron.
Yeah, you don't have a jungler to contest this. It's a 5 versus 4 on the map, and it wasn't a hard commit there. Yes, you use the Unstoppable Onslaught, but you still got the Frozen Tomb, you still got the Grandmaster's Might, the Mega Death Rocket. You're going to use the Lux ult here to try and contest. You got the quickness in the pit. What can you do?
Well, we'll see what they can do. That's going to be a jump, and that's going to be a shutdown. Animosity looking to roll through. Instead, though, Pain is going to try and follow up. They just lost some of their big damage dealers. Golden Ninja will be the main one, but running for their life, they don't really have that chance. Paradox is going to try and dish out as much damage as possible, but IWU has stayed off the worst possible fate. Baron has been stopped, and they are running for their lives. Oh, well, I say that, but they're looking to turn around.
Here.
Golden Ninja, if you can get the Counter-Strike down, that can be a challenge. But look at that, the turnaround. Animosity trying to cut through them. Laser across their faces. Sesame Oil Salad is turned into Swiss cheese as they are bloodied and beaten. Fable said thank you very much. Enough time to recall. And just like that, the tables had turned. IWU say we have Baron control instead.
Yeah, you got that one pick, but with the damage of the Baron, with the damage of your Lux here from Shun, you're able to just muscle your way on in, pick off some members. Gwen is immune. And now you get Baron on all 5 members.
I mean, it's going to be nice. I mean, we say that, but Baron is going down a little bit slow. Exothian Pain will at least be able to get close. And Shun is going to try and push them off. Take a look at the Rockets. We've seen situations like this occur. Laser comes out. They peel off. They almost peel off at the wrong time. Look over the wall. 3K, 2.9, and counting down. I think this is going to go their way. No one can really stop them. It is smited. And it is granted.
Oh, the
IWU played with fire, but this is going to be the problem. A good recall by Animosity now brings about some change. Exothian Pain. All right, challenge. Paradox, where are you going? You just left your team, and now they're caught in a corridor. This is not the flank that you think it is, or maybe it is. The corridor death might bring about some change. Animosity on the killing spree, but going to lose their life. Paradox has forced off Fable, and the challenge by RPI is set. How many Barons can they take over the wall? Goes one. Laser again is up. The kill, the cooldown is real. Look at that damage coming out. Shun putting in some work. Super Mega Death Rocket not going to find a kill. And you take 2 away. That's more than you can really hope for. But now Paradox might have gone a little bit too far. Laser goes out. Not going to finish a kill. I mean, it's close. This is a dance of death. Both teams were so quiet in the early game, but now at 25 minutes have started to show some cracks.
10 seconds still dragging those 2 Baron buffs off the board here that IWU just picked up. And definitely a series of events here in League of Legends on Summoner's Rift. Copyright Riot Games 2023. Dragon being set up. Looks like it is going to be that soul point here, potentially for IWU, since they do have prio over this pit. They're going to be starting this on up, but everyone is back on the Rift here. There is a teleport for Golden Ninja that they can use to flank here. But here comes the cavalry for RPI, the first 2 members of this onslaught to try and fight for this dragon.
I mean, how much can you do? Because Shun just annihilated your chances. That is a nasty blow. We said Shun wasn't really getting that carry, but it is going to be that carry. A draw in, though. IWU find a slaughter of 2. Animosity cleans that one up. And it's going to be the opening chance. Remember, they have Baron as well as Dragon, and now they got another 2 kills. That is a bully moment if I've ever seen one. 3 dead on the side of RPI. IWU charging down mid.
Looking to just crack it on open here. Largest lead we've seen all game long now. About 6K, gonna be growing up even larger with this next turret take. Things are just falling apart at the seams for RPI.
And that's the danger of having such a quiet early game, and even in the mid game, we should say, things can fall apart so quickly if you're not ready to pick up the pace. It is a problem. IWU stormed the base. They do not take the inhibitor just yet. Actually, they did, right? My brain just deceived me. My brain is lost. My brain is gone. Golden Ninja is gone as well. Get away as quick as possible. Blast Cone from Jump leaves them all safe. Yeah, the inhibitor went down, opening for IWU to now chance on this top side as well.
Still got the Baron buff here on 3 members. We'll be taking this turret pretty low, but backing on off in the end.
I mean, they got so much out of that, though, right? You just push up mid lane. You got the inhibitor. You got so much gold as well from those fights. You can now go back and spend it. Shun as well. Take a look at that itemization. We said this before with Exothi back in game number 1. This time around, it is Shun. Shun is now able to push 25 Magi stacks at only 4, 1, and 8. That is crazy.
Yeah. This Lex Hearts, 3.5 items on the board. Needless to say, you are going to pop someone. Like blue buff.
Not just that, you also went Ludens and Rabadons outright. Remember, this is just all-encompassing power. The boom is going to come down here. Shun looking for another laser. Remember last time SOS was deleted before they can even send out the signal. They're going to look for it again. Exothi has also not been tested. Keep that in mind. Ruthless looking for a challenge. That's going to be a little bit of a Scryers. There's a laser across the board. Sesame Oil in the crosshairs. E-Pain also in the crosshairs. No knock up just yet. Instead, go ahead, regroup with Animosity on the bot lane.
Yep. It just looked to maybe dive here. Golden Ninja is left alone. That is a fatty combo coming on out from Shun's Lux. Half of the tank support's health. That is going to be turret. Is that going to be the fight here? No.
I mean, RPI, they're just trying to wait it out. They're trying to wait out a little bit of a chance. They're waiting for the rest of those pressure points to fall. Yes, Baron is down, but you're praying for an opportunity to get a little bit more gold. Exothi is not exactly ready to shred through. Yes, you're an item up. On Nabs, you need one more to start cutting through Animosity as well as Ruthless. This is going to be a big chance. Last outer tower to be alive. Immunity given over to Animosity. That is going to be all 6 down from the outers. And then the 7th from the inhibitor tower. IWU slowly putting the final touches into this base.
See what the game plan is here. Got a pretty nice lead. That is the flash. That's the bind. That he's going to force out the ulti.
That's going to be enough. Well done there. One section is done, and then the backline has exploded. Animosity found the pick. Shun started it off, and now the shred is real. The scissors will cut. The whip will whip. The bindings will bind. As Shun is a sacrificial lamb, you are running for your life, but it is enough. Mid lane, wide open. IWU, smell the end of the series.
Could that be the end here? 2 members alive on the opposing side, trying their best to back.
Ruthless denied one. Ruthless denied one. This could be the chance. Golden can't really see, and unfortunately they are cut out. This is gonna be it. Nabs gets the final kill. Look at this Ruthless being the absolute menace. IWU Titan Sword finish this game.
All right, able to take it on home here with the mini reverse sweep here, and be able to lock in the 1 and 2 finish for the current state of the season, at least at the end of week 3 here. Both these teams now 1 and 2 in the standings.
I'm glad that game 3 came out in a situation where we sat there and went, well, what can they do better, right? The game 1 was a little bit rough in the mid game, came very, very close, and then game 2 was a slaughter fest and just an elongated game, 45 minutes. This time around, yes, it took about 12 minutes to get to that right point, but IWU, once they saw the cracks, once they saw the opportunities, they seemed to just run with it.
More or less, yeah. I mean, it's just a few blunders by the opposing side in that game, and I would just capitalize on them, was able to secure some early dragons, was able to secure that Gimme Baron. It looks like they were the ones that were going to lose it.
I think it's well done. And again, no hate over to RPI as well. They played a fantastic series as well, and I mean, hopefully they get a dub next time.
Yep, there can only be one.
There can only be one winner. Of course, we do have an interview coming up with Animosity here in just a little bit. Please don't go anywhere. The final interview from the winners of IWU Titan Sword will be given to us and give a little bit of insight as well into their game plan going from games 1 to 3. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We are here with an interview coming in here. One of the winners, of course, of IWU joining us from Titan Sword. They came out in a 2-1 victory across a 3-game series, and I think it was great to behold. We will be interviewing Animosity joining us from the top lane now to the desk. Animosity, how you feeling?
Yo.
How's the suit? Is it a power-up? Come on, tell me.
It definitely is a power up. I got the Cafe Cuties Gwen outfit on, the IRL cosplay.
Where's the scissors, or do they not allow that on campus?
This isn't actually Cafe Cuties. It's just like a cat made outfit. So,
Yeah.
but I got first blood, so that means something. Definitely powered me up.
I think that's appreciated. And taking a look here, to start things off, I mean, you had a series here, games 1 and 2, kind of on the tanks there. How did it feel to be kind of handed the reins on the Gwen? I mean, like, you're in the costume, right? What did it feel like, at least, to start?
Well, I knew he would pick Jax because we left it open on purpose. We kind of banned things that for a mid laner and things that I would not want to play against. And since they picked Sion, Gwen is really good here. So yeah, the first 2 games definitely a little bit rough, a little uncoordinated, but third game felt really good. So
Yeah. And then I guess going back to that game number 2, because it was neck and neck, it felt like, for that nearly entire 45-minute runtime. I mean, was the game plan from your guys' end to really just lock down that game and take home that first step of the series here?
a lot of it was just split pushing. We wanted to play around Caitlyn because she was definitely the strongest member and she had a lot of peel. So when Ike, our mid laner, Shun, did that TP, get the inhib, almost, or tried to end, and then we killed Caitlyn and ruined their tempo. So we got Elder and Baron, and we just kind of ended from there.
Was there ever a point where you were worried because, of course, you got the first 2 dragons, and after that it was 4 dragons pretty much in a row?
Yeah.
What was the thought there? Was there like,
I mean,
oh no, okay, we really gotta work it?
Yeah, because I was on Orange, so we definitely wanted those Mountain Drakes, and them having 3, it was kind of rough. They ended up getting 4, I think, right? They got Soul. It was a little sketch. We had a couple fights in the jungle where we shouldn't have fought, but we came through. So.
And I mean, going into game number 3, there was, I have to ask, because this is something that we don't see very often, at least this sharp, right? It was almost a hard focus swap from Shun in the mid lane being given the likes of Jace, the likes of so much into you on the top side. Is that something that you and your team have practiced quite often, or is that just you two as a dynamic, just like, hey, give me the reins, we'll have some fun with it kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it is. Definitely this year, more strong side mid and top instead of focusing more on bot lane. Bot lane, we always try to keep it a little bit more passive, try to prevent dives and everything. So yeah, definitely playing around top and mid is what we practice a lot.
I think that came out in that game 3. We saw almost the slowdown, right? 12 minutes, we didn't see a first blood or anything. What were I love asking the into the mind perspective. What was the call there to slow down the pace of the game almost to a snail's pace to keep this even, almost 0-0 for a majority share of the time?
I don't really know. There was just nothing much going on. We did contest the first 2 Drakes, but because we had Prio in lane, so we just called that out, and we didn't really do much fighting anywhere else. So I think just the keeping it slow was because we don't want Jinx to get resets. We don't want her to get fed because she's the carry on their team, since no one else can really do anything. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, I can appreciate it. Just play by the win cons, right? So taking a look forward as well, this is now your first series win. You guys are sitting, I believe, at 1-2 in series score. Is this the start of the run forward? Is this a start of IWU just running it straight to victory all the way to the playoffs?
I mean, I hope so. Today we played good in scrims. I don't know. We sometimes we just fall short in the games, but we definitely will make a comeback for sure.
All right, we can appreciate it. Last thoughts here, Animosity. Any shout-outs that you would like to give? Any respect that you would like to give, or any parting words?
Shout out to my team members here. They can, if they want to join us.
Hey, there's gamers.
All righty. Well, congratulations to you guys again. Congratulations on the hard-fought victory. You have earned it as well. Thank you so much for the interview, Animosity. Have a great night.
Thank you. See ya.
With that, of course, we are done here tonight because, of course, the ECAC is done for the week. Go for, any final words from you. I mean, we had fun here on the desk, I think.
Esports.
Esports it is. Thank you so much to everyone tuning into the ECAC. We will be back here with Esports U later on as well. On Monday will be the start of a few more games. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ortal. With me has been Go for Eno. On production has been the amazing Colton, as well as our observer tonight, Samantha. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night.